Hi everybody. Whoop. Jess here with Key Tarot. Gonna start shuffling up here. Hi, happy Sunday. I hope you guys are doing well. Lots of love to you all. Alrighty, here's the lineup for tonight. It's Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Ophiuchus, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Virgo, Taurus, and last is Capricorn. Happy birthday, Aquarius. Alrighty, we are going to get started. I'm going to say a quick blessing. Hold on. And then we'll get going. Alright. Holy Spirit, thank you so much for being with us here today and in every single breath that we take. We ask that these messages be received by those who are meant to hear them. Amen. Alrighty, I'm going to get started with Aquarius. Happy birthday, Aquarius. Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Possibly some kind of reconciliation. Let's see. King of Pentacles in reverse. Well, that could be a couple of different things. This can be, and this does feel like your energy, King of Pentacles in reverse. It kind of just feels like somebody who feels like they're kind of at a loss. This is somebody who is worried about, oh golly, I hate to say it. This is somebody who's feeling insecure. Insecure maybe in a relationship or something. Let's see. Thank you. I've got the Lovers in reverse. Yeah. So probably. Yeah, this may be somebody who's feeling a little bit insecure in a relationship, maybe worried about, I hate to say it, like worried about infidelity. Maybe that's why we have the Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck, is some sort of kind of underlying issue maybe. Let's see. I've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse, worried about unreciprocated feelings, possibly worried that something's sort of off balance, like maybe one person is giving more than another in this relationship, or there's like a fear of, almost feels like a fear of unrequited love in a way. Thank you. The Chariot in reverse, somebody's at a standstill here. No one knows where to go. Here's the Ten of Pentacles upright. There's somebody that really wants to provide a lot of stability to your life, or this is someone, or you feel this way about somebody else here. I'm going to come back through and clarify with another deck in a minute, because this could go a couple of different ways. But this Ten of Pentacles is somebody who really wants to focus on their own stability. They want to focus on creating a future. They want to make sure that they're putting their efforts and their energy in the right direction. But wherever you are, you're kind of at like a standstill. I've got the Strength in reverse. Kind of feeling like you're up against like insurmountable odds. Thank you. I've got the Empress in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. We've got the King of Pentacles in reverse, and now I've got the Empress in reverse here. I don't know if this feels kind of like a partnership that we're talking about here. I feel like somebody's waiting on another person. This Empress in reverse is very similar energy to that King of Pentacles in reverse. It's someone who's not feeling like they can trust a situation, or they're feeling like maybe they don't have what they need to support some kind of situation here. I've got the Fool in reverse, which is like a failure to launch. It's like a it's like not a new beginning. It's like something that just never gets off the ground. All right, hold on. I'm going to put this deck down. I'm going to shuffle up this Tarot of Dreams deck. This was the Tarot of Wonderland, in case you're wondering. This could be a few different things. It really does feel like some kind of relationship we're talking about here. Thank you. Yeah, I've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody who is like starting to give up in a situation. They're tired. They're tired of feeling like they're not getting what they deserve. They're feeling like they're tired of not getting what they are working so hard for. It feels like they're investing in things that they're not seeing a return on. That's where it is. That's what it is. But, okay, so I have the Seven of Swords here. This is somebody that is, yeah, for sure. Okay, so the Seven of Swords, that's like our lying cheater kind of card. It came out on its side. This is someone who's very concerned about this. They're very, like, this feels kind of like your energy. I don't know if you're very concerned that maybe someone in a situation around you is not telling you the truth or the whole truth about a situation. Yeah, I've got the King of Swords in reverse. Golly, that's your card. That's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, masculine energy in the reverse here. This is somebody who like doesn't know what to think. They're kind of having like clouded thinking. I have the Devil in reverse here. That is the card of Capricorn, and it sort of feels like, ugh, I don't know, the Devil in reverse can indicate like obsession. It can also indicate addiction. It can indicate, you know, anything that enslaves us. And it feels like a repeating pattern in this situation is basically what I'm getting from this. Why do we have this Chariot in reverse? Is like a lack of movement. Well, I mean, it kind of feels like I kind of can see why we have a lack of movement here. There's a lack of trust. And also this Eight of Swords just flipped out here with this Nine of Wands. Oh, okay. So this is from the other person's perspective. This Eight of Swords and this Nine of Wands. The Eight of Swords energy can be like very procrastinator sort of energy, like push it off, like not want to deal with it. And when it comes out with this Nine of Wands right here, which is the Wounded Warrior card, this is someone who's putting up a lot of boundaries for a reason. And this feels like kind of the other person's perspective in this situation. This might be why this isn't getting off the ground. I'm not sure why you're so untrusting of this other person, but having that Seven of Swords present right here tells me you really, really are. And that King of Pentacles in reverse too. And also that Three of Cups that was in the pre-shuffle energy a minute ago at the very beginning of the reading. But yeah, again, whoever you're dealing with feels like they've got like a lot of walls up or possibly a lot of baggage that they're bringing into this situation. They could have had a challenging, I don't know, their life may have been challenging before they met you. I'm not sure. Perhaps there was a lack of stability in their life in some way that caused this. I have the Queen of Cups here. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. This is someone who maybe has your heart or you have their heart, though. Like, I feel like there's not ill intention here. But I feel like you're just so on the fence about it. You're very untrusting of it. I've got the Four of Wands. That's that Twin Flame 1111 card, that awakening card, spiritual awakening card that comes out on top of this whole thing. This relationship feels kind of heavy, and I'm not sure what there's like some kind of delay in getting this off the ground, and it has a lot to do with these insecurities and this lack of trust between the two of you or on one side or the other. Feels like there is someone who's worried about unrequited love. It just feels like there's a lot of false starts here. Somebody feels like they don't have enough to give in this relationship, although it does feel like a soulmate relationship because that Four of Wands is one of the soulmate cards. With this Five of Swords energy, there's sort of an energy of like what everybody else is... So the Five of Swords can go a couple of different ways. It can be a concern about what other people are going to think about the relationship, and or it can be an energy of gossip, or it can be kind of a win at all costs kind of energy. So I don't know, apply it as you will in your life. It can be kind of a bullying energy of sorts with the Five of Swords. But it's definitely a need to make a change, especially when we have that Devil in reverse present back here, which is, it's kind of like a need. You know, I always say communication is key, right? Like, yeah, I have the Six of Swords here, and darn it, if I don't have the Ten of Pentacles again, second time for that. So the Six of Swords is an energy of wanting to move on, wanting to move forward, maybe wanting to move away from this. The Six of Swords is like leaving shallow, murky waters and pushing out into calmer seas, right? That's kind of the analogy I always give for this card. Whenever we have this Ten of Pentacles, it's like really wanting to seek some kind of stability, some kind of partnership, something that makes sense for you is kind of what I'm hearing, and kind of wanting to leave this behind. It kind of feels like there may be some sort of drama or something involved in this relationship. Obviously, there's a lack of trust. Yeah. And it seems like it's not getting off the ground for some reason. Does feel like a love relationship with that Lovers in reverse energy. Thank you. And I've got the King of Wands. Ooh, golly geez. King of Wands in reverse. So I have the King of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, and the King of Swords in reverse. Darn it. So the King of Wands in reverse, it's somebody who's really struggling to communicate for a lot of reasons. There's somebody who they may have lost passion for someone, or They may have they may be non-committal. That's kind of an energy of can be kind of dodgy. It's someone who can be a little bit cowardly in a lot of ways. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Whoops. Over into the fruit bowl. Yeah, that's kind of that energy. Somebody who's not sure what to do. They don't know which direction to go. It feels kind of directionless. There we go. And I have the Nine of Pentacles here on its side. And the problem with this relationship, the reason that you've been having trouble moving forward is because it sort of feels like it could be everything you ever wanted, but you're still on the fence about it. I've got the Nine of Pentacles here, and I've got the Ten of Pentacles here twice. Okay. And I've got the Six of Cups. That's another time. That's a soulmate card, second soulmate card out here. We've got the Lovers card out. We have the Four of Wands, and we have the Six of Cups. I guess that's three soulmate cards out. Alrighty. So Six of Cups, this is why you're really, really questioning. This is why you're having trouble moving forward, but I think you're going to, because I think you're getting tired of seeing false starts in it. And this Six of Swords energy kind of tells me you're ready to release it, and you're kind of ready to move forward, because your main focus seems to be this Ten of Pentacles energy right here. That it just kind of indicates wanting stability for yourself and wanting stability for the future. So you're not getting it from from this person, this situation, right? And it's causing you to kind of want to retract some of your feelings. I don't know if there's, yeah, that's kind of how it feels. And it's making you feel non-committal. Or this other person may be feeling kind of non-committal. I'm not sure. But I think you're getting tired of it. And I think you're starting to see some repeating patterns in the situation. Yeah, that's your reading for this week, Aquarius. You're smart. Well, that's true. Aquarians are very, very wise. You're kind of known for it. It's kind of like your thing, right? Alrighty. Let me get all these put together. I always like to put them back upright, because I just think that's only fair, right? Welcome if you are just joining me for the first time, and welcome back if you are returning. Nice to see you guys. Next up, we have Gemini. After this, I am going to shuffle this deck here. This is the Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti that we just used for Aquarius. Alrighty, Gemini. Eight of Wands, fast-moving communication. Wow, like a lot of stuff is happening this week. Like I'm hearing like a lot of movement, a lot of change is happening for you this week. I don't know what's going on. Like maybe a lot of messages, maybe some upheaval. I have the this is golly geez, it's the Hierophant card. It's the card of Taurus. It says faith on it. Okay, and this is a card of commitment. This is like you having to make a decision as to which side you're going to align with. Oh my goodness. Or like where you're going to put your energy into, what you're going to commit to, really. I mean, if we're going to be dramatic, like what side you're going to align with. But that does kind of, it is kind of heavy in that sense, I guess, but maybe getting a lot of communication that you have to deal with. I've got the Ace of Swords. Oh man, something that brings in a lot of clarity and truth. This Ace of Swords is like it's like it clears away the fog, and all of a sudden there's a lot more understanding than there was before. And with that was the Moon in reverse. Oh boy. Okay, so the Moon in reverse is secrets coming out. That is very interesting. The Moon is the card of Cancer, but it's also like the secret keeper of the deck. It's like underlying issues. It's things that lie in the subconscious, that kind of thing, you know, that very watery energy. But whenever we have it in the reverse, we have like a release of emotion, a flood of emotion, or like possibly a flood of information, especially with this Ace of Swords. And I'm hearing like it provides a lot of clarity. Wow. Cool. All right. I've got the Knight of Wands here. It totally propels you into action, that's for sure. So the Knight of Wands, he's really, really fast moving. He takes action. He sees what he wants and he goes after it 100%. Yes, it's someone who makes a decision and they stick to it. Kind of like that word, my word is my bond kind of energy. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy there. So, okay. Now I have the Fool card out that goes on top of that. There's some kind of new beginning that comes from this information. This week, I'm feeling like it's going to be kind of an exciting week for you. And I feel like there are good things coming around too. But with this Fool energy on top of this Knight of Wands, it's something that's going to propel you to take an action in a different direction than you were expecting to go, is kind of what I'm seeing here. I have the Five of Cups. Ooh, okay. Well, the Five of Cups can be a repeating pattern energy, which is interesting because it's right on top of that Fool card. And I have you taking a lot of action with that Knight of Wands, because that does feel like your energy right there. I gotta figure out how that goes together, because oh, I see. It's almost like this new information that you're receiving at some point this week propels you to take some kind of action that you almost have to feel regretful about. It's like you have to take a new path and you're feeling a little bit badly about having to do it, is kind of the impression that I'm getting. And I have the Sun card here, which is the card of Leo, but it is card of divine masculine and a tremendous amount of healing, a lot of yang energy. It's a lot of warmth, and it's something that is, it can be coming out of depression. It can be feeling better for the first time in a long time. Whatever this is that you're having to release with this Five of Cups energy, where I'm saying that you're going to have to go in a different direction because whatever this communication is over here, it's going to make you feel a lot better. I'm going to put this deck down here. I'm going to shuffle this traditional Rider-Waite and clarify real quick. Snap. Oh my gosh, we got the Moon card out again, right on top of the Moon. That is nuts. You guys are brilliant. So yeah, we have a lot of underlying issues that we're addressing this week. This is kind of fabulous, right? A lot of things that are coming out, and I don't know that it's necessarily about you. It feels like something around you in your environment, like secrets coming out. Very interesting. And whatever these secrets are, or whatever these issues are that are being addressed this week, it feels like there's a lot of them with this Eight of Wands here, but it feels like it's almost refreshing to be able to see the truth for the first time. But it does cause you to question some things. Let's see. Yeah, I've got the Magician card. Now there are a lot of changes that are being made. And this feels like your energy where it's like taking action and taking charge of this situation, very similar to this Knight of Wands energy. Wowza. So that's kind of like being propelled very, very quickly into a different direction, and seeing that you have to make some changes because of whatever this information is. I don't know what it is. It's kind of cryptic, right? I've got the Sun card out again. That is nuts. So, okay, so that's the second time for that guy, right? Card of Leo. It's about healing. It's about a need for healing. I believe that the things that you are hearing about this week, these messages, maybe these underlying issues or secrets or whatever it is. Remember I said there was this this card of Taurus, this Hierophant card, this Faith card, that was asking you to kind of align yourself with something. I think what you're seeing all of a sudden is this deep need for healing. There could have been like some kind of wounding previous. Yeah, okay, so I've got the Six of Pentacles that came out with it. There's something that's been tremendously off balance in this relationship, and it looks like it's being addressed. And because it's being addressed, it kind of moves you into a new direction. Although you're not... King of Pentacles in reverse. You feel like you're kind of taking a loss with it. That's very interesting, because I was wondering about this Five of Cups and how that was going to go with it. Because while you understand that you have to take this new course of action now, this Five of Cups energy, it's really regretful and it's worrisome, and it feels like maybe addressing a repeating pattern, and it also feels like just kind of sadness about having to walk away from something. With this King of Pentacles in reverse, it does feel like taking a loss. Okay. But you know what? You end up with the Sun here at the end, which is just a lot of healing and a lot of warmth, and it just feels so good to get there. So maybe a little bit chunky to get to that point, but once you get there, it's going to feel really good. And I've got the Knight of Pentacles here, slow going, right? Some slow growth and some slow healing here. But I think that this week will be the week that we kind of kick off the beginning of it. This is great. I don't know if you're going to be having some great conversations this week that help you move forward towards this or what. Let me clarify with this family tarot real quick. Just a couple more for Gemini. And I have the Knight of Wands out right on top of the Knight of Wands. Y'all are nuts, right? This is amazing. This is like a whole brand new start in something. It could be a love relationship. It can be a career relationship. Whatever it is, it's something that is felt very passionate. You feel very passionately about it. Feel very passionately about it, and you really want to move towards it. And it kind of, you have a very clear-cut pathway now. Now you have a lot more understanding once we get through whatever this is. Thank you. I have Temperance here. This is the card of Sagittarius, and it's about balance. This is, remember how we were talking about the Six of Pentacles in reverse? Felt like there was a lack of balance in this relationship and addressing those underlying issues. This Temperance card is exactly that. It's stating the same thing. It's finding a way to achieve balance in this for yourself. Either, sorry about that. Whether it's letting go of a relationship or something like that, but doing so propels you into a state of balance, or it propels the relationship into a state of balance. And all right, I've got the Tower in reverse, and I have the Knight of Cups. Very good. Okay, so the Tower in reverse is something that you saw coming. So whenever we're talking about this moon that came out in reverse twice here, and I said that's like secrets, underlying issues, those kind of things that are coming to light all of a sudden, it feels like it's kind of happening around you, not necessarily within you, but maybe in your immediate environment. This Tower in reverse is an energy of, I kind of saw it coming. I should have seen it coming. I felt it. Maybe ignoring those red flags for a while, and now seeing the fallout of it, kind of like an I told you so kind of vibe, almost for yourself in your mind, I'm hearing. And this Knight of Cups energy is someone who, it's amazing. We've got the Knight of Wands twice, and I've got the Knight of Pentacles here. We have a lot of fresh new starts here, okay? So I've got the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands twice, and the Knight of Pentacles out. The only one we're missing is the Knight of Swords, which is the one who's responsible for communication and talking about things. We have a lot of new beginnings here this week, and a lot of it comes from this fast-moving communication with this Eight of Wands. All right, I don't know, clear as mud to me. I will catch up with you guys next week. Thank you, Gemini. Next up, we have Libra. Let me get you guys cleaned off here, and we will move on to Libra. Alrighty then. Alright, I'm going to keep on with this traditional Rider-Waite, and we are on to Libra. Let's see what we have for you guys. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Wands. That is so funny. That is the one that we were just talking about up above with Gemini, about that fast-moving communication. Alright, let's see what we have for Libra. Thank you. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Golly, guys, this guy has been popular tonight in all the decks that we've used. This Six of Pentacles in reverse kind of feels like a very worried energy. It's an energy of being afraid that you're not getting what you deserve in a situation. It's like not speaking up for yourself a little bit is kind of the impression that I'm getting. Or perhaps in the past, you haven't been speaking up for yourself, and all of a sudden, maybe you're having the impulse to do so for the first time in a while. It feels like there's an energy that's present of someone who needs to start asking for a little bit more. And again, the King of Pentacles in reverse. This is just like an air sign, popular little dude tonight. This King of Pentacles in reverse is, again, someone who's worried that they're failing. It feels like it's an energy of insecurity. It can be someone who's worried that they don't have enough in some way. That hardly seems fair. I don't like it. Page of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse is someone who needs to offer an extension of friendship, of love, of apology, or they need to accept it from someone else. Pages can also be children. So that's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Eight of Swords, that's someone who's not talking to another person. King of Wands in reverse, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And don't get hung up on the zodiac signs that I call out. I only do in case they may be of significance to you. And don't get hung up on the genders because it's not about the gender. It's about the energy that you carry, all right? So this King of Wands energy in reverse is, it could be the person that you're not talking to or they're not talking to you. This Eight of Swords can be the energy of being blocked, whether it's emotionally or physically or through communication, like digital communication even. King of Wands in reverse is somebody who doesn't know which direction to go. Also very popular tonight with our air signs, King of Wands in reverse. But just we haven't had him in this deck yet. It's been in other decks. All right. King of Cups. All right, there's somebody who, okay, hold on one second. And I've got the Tower in reverse again for you guys. Hold on. Yep. And the Knight of Cups in reverse for you guys too. King of Swords. I'm going to leave it on that one. Absolutely, I am. All right, so this King of Cups here with this Tower in reverse, this Knight of Cups in reverse. This is somebody, I feel like you are in an energy of right now seeing something for what it truly is. It feels like you have seen it all before. This feels like, oh, golly, I feel like you're in the middle of, it's like an energy of like, I'm not sure if I should stay or if I should go. I keep seeing these same things. We're not talking about things. We're not getting things taken care of. I feel like I don't have what I need in this relationship. Somebody here is not talking at all. Somebody here is not taking any action. There's somebody here who wants you to believe, or you want somebody else to believe, that you really do have their heart, or that your heart belongs to them some way. But there's another aspect of you or this other person who wants to like step away from this and kind of retract and offer. And it's all around this Tower in reverse that is kind of like this, yes, I've seen it coming for a long time. Are we just going to rip the Band-Aid off slowly is kind of what I'm hearing. Or are we going to just let it fall apart? Now, this King of Swords, and that's rough. That's rough. That's a rough story, right? Kind of a rough storyline. This King of Swords energy here that comes out at the end, though, is someone, this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, and it is someone who sees things for what they are. They see the truth. They know the truth. They speak the truth, and there is like no longer any questions. The whole previous section of this reading feels like we have someone who is not getting what they need. They're not getting the answers that they need. They're not getting the support that they need. And it seems like it's been that way for a while. All right, I'm going to clarify with this Deviant Moon Tarot. Whew, okay. Tell me more. I get the feeling that you're quite done and over with it. Oh, I've got the Lovers card that came out right on top of that. Interesting. Lovers card, and it came out on its side, which tells me that you are trying to make a decision here. Now, the Lovers card can indicate a love relationship, obviously, one of the soulmate cards in the deck, but it can also indicate just like a choice of or a commitment that you are questioning in your life. This does feel like a love reading, and most of the time, tarot card readings are for singles, but not all of the time. It just depends on who you are and why you're watching. But this really feels like a major relationship or situation that you have been questioning for a while whenever it comes out on its side like that. Again, that is the card of Gemini. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and then I have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this is someone who's starting to give up hope. They're starting to lose faith in this situation. When we have the King of Pentacles in reverse like that, I think I might have said Knight accidentally, but it's the King of Pentacles in reverse right on top of the King of Pentacles in reverse. That's nuts. You're nuts. We have it twice out in the reverse. This is someone who is feeling like they could be feeling a little bit left out. They can be worried that someone's not investing in them in the way that they're investing in someone else. This Eight of Pentacles in reverse is again that same energy of like, should I keep investing in this that I'm not seeing a result. I'm not seeing what I want as a result of this. Someone's not talking. I've got the Hanged Man in reverse, and somebody's not taking action when they need to. I have, on one hand, I need somebody who needs to start talking. I have somebody who needs to start communicating. What do I always say? Communication is key, right? Right. But again, somebody is not taking action in this situation. It's because they have a very fearful energy with this King of Wands in reverse. Thank you. I've got the Two of Cups in reverse. That is, again, one of the soulmate cards in the deck, a relationship, a major partnership, whenever it's in the reverse like that. Somebody's really struggling in some kind of partnership, really trying to decide what to do. Thank you. I got the Ten of Wands in reverse, like almost like too much to handle, too much to push up the hill anymore. Gonna have to let it go. Very similar energy to this Tower in reverse, which is where we see things that it's already fallen apart. And I think that's why it feels like this is a flood of information. I can almost not talk fast enough to get it out. But it feels like an energy that you've been in for a while. And I think you're getting so sick of it. That's kind of the energy that, like, you're just kind of tired of feeling this way. And I don't blame you. I really don't. Yeah, the Tower in reverse, it's like we should have jumped ship a long time ago kind of energy. Yeah, I'm ready to put it down because it's like the cart's already been spilled. Already been spilled. Thank you. Now I've got the Emperor up here. You're ready to take charge of the situation. Yeah, someone has to, you say. That goes right on top of that King of Cups. I've got the Five of Swords again. That's kind of that bullying energy, winner takes all, kind of win at all costs kind of energy. This is all, there can also be a fear of what other people are going to say about this situation falling apart like that. I've got the Fool out. Golly, y'all are sharing a lot of the same cards with I think it was Aquarius. This Fool card right here is a brand new beginning in something, because there has been this fallout, this kind of I don't know, there's just been such a lack of communication, a lack of commitments here. Like somebody has been over-giving for so long, and it feels like somebody is ready to stop doing that. Like it's fallen apart for the last time, and it's somebody has been needing to take action in a situation. They've waited and they've waited and they've waited to do it. Why do we have that King of Cups right there in the middle is my only question. So I've got the Ace of Wands that came out with it. It's possible that you may have a lot of love. There may be like a lot of passion in this relationship. That may be what holds you together. There could be, that could be why you've stuck it out this long. Thank you. But there's this Two of Pentacles here that's like so impossible to keep juggling. I have the Magician card out here again, which was also in earlier air sign. This is somebody who just wants to take action with the Emperor and the Magician out here. That's someone who's like, you know what, I see that this isn't going the direction I need it to go in. I'm just going to take action, especially with this King of Swords energy right here. There's like a lot of, there's my, I'm having a hard time talking because we're in a Mercury retrograde, right? This Two of Pentacles in reverse, though, is someone who's really struggling to find balance in this situation. Like everything's fallen apart. I get that, like everything's just turned over on its side. With this Magician energy, this feels like you absolutely ready to take action to right the cart, to put everything back to where it goes. But looking towards a different direction, like looking for something better, a better solution. Better solution. Okay. Alrighty, real quick, like with this Family Tarot. Six of Cups, darn it. That's one of those soulmate cards. And the King of Swords, again, you're nuts. All right, so Six of Cups, it's a tremendous investment in this. This is a lot of love. This is a lot of, this could be somebody that you've grown up with, somebody that you've grown old with. That's why you've invested this much. This is why you're willing to stick it out, even though things have fallen apart. And there's like a lack of communication. There's a lack of commitment on both, on somebody else's side. If that's what I'm hearing. It's the other person's side. Right. That's kind of the impression I'm getting here with the Six of Cups, is that you have like a lot invested in this. Six of Cups is the energy of a soulmate that you've grown up with, or it's past life love, or someone you're willing to grow old with. Doesn't always have to be a romantic relationship. Wowza. Ten of Swords. Hey. Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, and the Tower in reverse. Very similar energies there. Oh, and I forgot to mention the King of Swords twice, right? That's you. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, masculine energy, right? Experiencing a lot of clarity this week and understanding of how this needs to go and the things that need to be ended here. Ten of Swords is... it's an ending. It's the minor arcana version of the Death card for me. And it's like that one more final stab in the back, Ten of Swords, which I said is kind of the same energy of that Tower in reverse. Like, it's already spilled out. We've seen this happen so many times. And again, it feels like a repeating pattern with the tens there. All right, that is your reading for this week. I appreciate you, Libra. I'm not sure how this is going to go down in your life. Again, guys, these are just energies, and the cards just carry stories with each one. So just take them as they resonate in your lives if they do. And if they do, I so appreciate your story, and thank you very much for letting me read for you. And I do love to do it. It's so impressive the way that you guys can carry your energy from your living room all the way over to my table here. And I do appreciate that you let me read your stories. All right, I'll catch up with you next week, Libra, and we'll see how that clears out. Let's see here. Next up, we have Cancer, first of the water signs. I'm going to stick with this traditional Rider-Waite for you guys. Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay, this can be someone who's a little bit overwhelmed by the amount of options that they have right now. It can be feeling like too much to deal with, wanting to run away from things, wanting to isolate, or maybe to escape. Maybe wanting to escape because there's just too much to deal with, okay? Whenever it's in the reverse. I've got the Three of Wands here. This is the minor arcana version of the Magician for me. It's often called the Amazon Prime card. I think it's like I sent ahead for it. Came out on its side here. You're kind of starting to question what you want for the future. Maybe because you have so many options in front of you, you're not really sure which one to choose. You're not sure which path to go down. Because there's a lot of different directions you could go here, is what I'm hearing. Eight of Swords. Here's what I'm hearing though. With this Eight of Swords, the one option that you want is not available to you, and you're quite restricted from it in some way. I don't know what this, how this relates in your life, but that's how that goes. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so Ten of Pentacles in reverse is someone who can be experiencing financial loss or instability. They can be someone who needs to find a sense of stability in their life, and they understand that. I have the Three of Pentacles that came out underneath that, and that is seeking partnership in some way. It's interesting, you have the Three of Wands right next to the Three of Pentacles, both of them on their sides. And they're both about seeking partnership. They're both about trying to establish some kind of functional system, maybe with another person or within a group. I'm seeing that there has been a lack of that, possibly in your life or in your immediate environment for a while. This Two of Pentacles is someone who's really trying to keep all the balls up in the air. They're really doing their best to juggle everything. They're really doing their best to try to find some kind of balance in their life. They're just not sure where it is and where to go. And again, with this Five of Swords, man, But this, we haven't had it from this deck yet, but golly, he has been popular, right? Okay, so this Five of Swords is, again, it's kind of a win at all costs kind of energy. And this feels unrelated. I'm going to slide this over a little bit here, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, because that feels like a situation that's going to come up towards the end of the week. These first two banks of cards here, they are relating to one situation, and that's about something later. And I'm just going to pull a couple more cards with this deck about that. And we'll talk about that in a second. Sorry, I'm not trying to be cryptic. I can just see how this is gonna go. Oh, snap. Okay. And I gotta have one more. Hold on, because I just can't leave it like that. Can't do it. Perfect. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna switch over here to this Tarot of Azathoth, and I'm gonna bring it back over here to this area where we have a lot of options, where you're kind of questioning where you want your future to go, feeling like you're restricted from the very one thing that you really want the most. Although you're really focused on your future, you really want the best for yourself and for your immediate environment. I have the Ace of Wands in reverse, which kind of tells me that you aren't seeing anything that you want. You're being presented with a lot of options, but there aren't any that you want. And the reason that you're so deflated about all of these other options, because the Ace of Wands in the reverse is absolutely the definition of deflated or torch doused in a bucket of water. The reason you're feeling that way is because the very one thing that you have your heart set on, it seems like it's out of your reach in some way. I've got the Queen of Pentacles right here upright. Good job. That's somebody who's really trying to focus on their stability. And when I say good job, this may be where the source of frustration is coming from for you. You are really trying to do your best to, I'm hearing turn things around, to clean something up, to clean up a situation, to clean up a mess. You're trying to focus your intentions on positive growth in your life. And if you haven't been, you will be as of now, for sure. And you're going to start really focusing your attention on what you want your future to look like. And I think you're frustrated by the options that you're being given. And I think that you're frustrated that the one thing that you want here is so elusive. Because, okay, I've got the Nine of Cups in reverse. Well, it's because you're really questioning what it is you actually want. So, and that's fair. But this Nine of Cups in reverse can also indicate that even if you were to get that one thing, you may not want it after you actually get it. It may surprise you with the Nine of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Cups is the minor arcana version of the star for me, the star card for me. But the Nine of Cups in reverse is someone who isn't getting anything that they want in any way. And I think that there's part of you that knows that with this Seven of Cups energy over here, so that it's almost like, I always say it, and I know I sound like a broken record, but every week, but some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers. I mean, really, this is the kind of situation where you're going to have to put your faith in a higher power and trust that someone else might know what's better for you. And I encourage you to start really connecting with that every day and saying, you know, these are the things that I would like in my life, but please direct my path towards your will in my life, because I guarantee you it's going to be better than anything you ever thought it was going to be. But the trick to life is learning how to let go of what it was you thought you wanted and accept something that might even be better. Yeah. And it seems like you're doing it, especially with focusing on this solid growth for yourself. And I think it really comes from being fatigued by the options you have had in the past and choosing to go in a different direction. It's kind of deep. Nicely done, Cancer. This Five of Pentacles right here, darn it all, is a feeling of separation. It's a feeling of loss. It can, again, be financial loss. But the Five of Pentacles is someone who is still feeling quite upset about being separated from another person in some way. And they titled this, this piece, Worry, up at the top. Yeah, whenever it comes out on the side like that, you may be someone who experiences a lot of anxiety and worry, obviously, but specifically about whatever this situation is. And I think you're encouraging yourself to not place yourself in positions any longer where you have to have that in your life, because life's hard enough, right? Like, why bring it on yourself is kind of what I'm starting to hear you say. Okay, so I'm going to push that aside over here because that was that situation. Now, here's another situation for you, Cancer, and I don't know why it's presented itself this way, but I guarantee, like, I don't guarantee you, but I have this feeling that towards the end of the week, there's a situation that's going to come up where you're going to want to say something, and it's going to be really hard for you to hold your tongue. And I'm just warning you right now, because I have this 5 of Swords right here. And that, again, it can be the energy of verbal bullying. It can be gossip. It can be worrying about what other people are going to think or what other people are going to say. But it can be kind of an energy of win at all costs. And it can be, I just encourage you to, before you say anything this week, to think before you speak. And again, to wait and see what another person is going to do in a situation before you take action. I have the 7 of Pentacles that came out there with this 9 of Wands. That is that, again, that wounded warrior card. And that indicates to me that someone in this situation is bringing a lot of baggage in with them. And they could be a little touchy. They could be a little bit tender. And so I want just encouraging you to wait before you say anything. This 4 of Swords in reverse is this energy of it can be physical separation. It can be the ending of an ideal or something that you had aligned yourself with for a long time. And I have the Judgment in reverse that came out underneath that, which tells me that there may be a misjudgment in this situation, quite literally. Or it can just be someone who is having a hard time waking up and seeing things for what they truly are. And I don't know how this applies to you, but there's going to be a tremendous need for patience here towards the end of the week with another person or a situation. It feels like the other person in this situation, the other half of this equation, may not be quite on the same page as you. Okay, but with this 6 of Swords, I have people that are moving forward and moving on to better things. Okay, so just brace yourself for whatever that is and whatever that may look like in your life. Anything else we can get about that real quick? And I have the 5 of Swords snap on top of the 5 of Swords. See, you guys are so brilliant. I love the way that you can throw your energy into places and make stuff like that happen. Because that tells me that if you can do that, then you can direct your energy in any way that you want. It's really just you clarifying what it is that you want and deciding to go in that direction. Again, this 5 of Swords energy is kind of a warning sign. You see that lightning across the back right there? Kind of a warning sign of, and they title this one Defeat. Okay, so in this situation, whatever it is, your best choice is to just zip it, because in this situation, it feels like no one is really going to win, and the best case scenario is no one's feelings getting hurt. Right? Okay. So, or not making it worse or not inflaming it more is kind of what I'm hearing. Okay, yeah, so this flipped out the Empress in reverse, and the 9 of Swords was stuck to the bottom of it. Empress in reverse is card of Virgo, but Empress in reverse is someone who has lost their temper. They've lost their grasp. They've lost their grip a little bit. They feel like they're unsupported. They feel like they don't have what they need. They feel like they're at their wits' end, and they don't, they feel like very off balance and kind of off kilter. This 9 of Swords in reverse, it feels like an energy of a repeating pattern, something that you've been through before with this person. And that's probably why you're being asked to be so patient here towards the end of the week with this situation, with this person, because it feels like it's something that has happened a lot in the past, and it's caused like a lot of distress in your life, anxiety, stress, sleepless nights, tossing and turning, worry is kind of what I'm hearing with that 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay, anything else you want to say? Ace of Wands, darn it, holy smokes. This Ace of Wands 2 times out, but this time it's in the upright position. But the Ace of Wands in the upright, you know, we were talking about in the reverse, it's like the torch being doused in a bucket of water. It's like totally deflating. Whenever we have it in the reverse, it's like a new instinct. It's almost like once you get through the end of this week, something new comes towards you, and it's like quite exciting, and it's like, it feels really good. Almost, it just feels very fresh and nice. And I have the Hermit in reverse. There's somebody that comes out of the woodwork here It's like once we get through this, and it may take 10 days, because this situation is kind of heavy. It's going to bog you down a little bit. It's going to have you up in your head, no lie. There is something that comes back around here with this Hermit in reverse and this Ace of Wands. Somebody comes out of hiding in some way that and it makes you happy. And that's very simplistic, I understand. But it feels like you have multiple situations happening in your life, or possibly I could be reading for multiple Cancers, obviously, but it just feels like there is a lot going on for you this week, and there are a lot of transitions that are happening with these 3s, with these 5s. That's just nutty, right? You had a lot of repeating cards this week. You are really kind of trying to decide where life is going. You're trying to provide some stability for yourself and for your immediate environment, which I really applaud for you. I think you're trying to make some good choices for yourself this week. If you haven't been, you're starting now. All right, that was your reading this week, Cancer. I'll catch up with you guys next week. Next up, we have Pisces. We're going to use this Star Power Tarot for Pisces. I'm just going to shuffle. Let's see what we have for you guys. I have the Two of Wands in reverse. Snap. Okay. Well, the Two of Wands in reverse can be somebody who's just darn fed up with something in a partnership. They can be someone who decides that they don't want to be in a partnership at all anymore. It can be somebody who's not sure which direction to go. So it can be a couple of different things. The Two of Wands in this deck is particularly lusty, right? And it usually is, because the Two of Wands is usually about seeking partnership in some way. Whenever it's in the reverse, it can be the opposite. I've got the Lovers in reverse. That's the card of Gemini. Lovers in reverse can be a relationship that's ending, and maybe that's why we have you kind of at this crossroads here. Okay. Six of Pentacles here. Also a popular dude tonight. This is someone who's feeling like they're not getting the support that they need. They're not getting what they deserve. They're not feeling... there's some kind of unrequited situation whenever we have it, or maybe you're questioning it, whether it is or not, whenever we have it on the side. Somebody doesn't know which direction to go in. It's possible that this could be a past energy that we've already worked through. I got the Four of Swords. You've had to let something go, like something fairly heavy. With the Four of Swords, it can be an ego death. It can be the death of an ideal, something that we aligned ourselves with for a really long time. Something that we allowed to identify ourselves with. We allowed ourselves to identify ourselves with. Again, Mercury retrograde, please forgive me. Four of Swords. Putting an ending to something. Or it can also be taking a break. It can also be a physical separation from someone or something. I've got the Two of Pentacles here that came out on its side as well. Trying to decide where you want to put your focus, where you want to put your energy, what you're going to be able to support, what you're going to be able to juggle anymore, and what it is that you want to juggle. And somebody here is seeing a new vision for the future. I think that somebody in this situation is starting to see outside of themselves, and they're starting to look, and I don't mean this to sound like a Keeping Up with the Joneses kind of vibe or anything like that, but maybe looking at other situations, whether it's in other companies in career life, or whether it's other people's relationships or something like that, other people's homes or something, where they're starting to look and say, well, maybe I wish I had more of that in my life. Or maybe, that looks different than what I'm experiencing. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. And someone who's kind of questioning, yeah, the Strength card that came out with that. This is somebody who's having to work really hard to get themselves out of a situation, it kind of feels like. Someone who's not sure they have what it takes to get themselves out of a situation. Boy. Okay. Someone who feels like they're going to have to slay some dragons to get themselves out of a situation. Oh, no. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles in reverse it's kind of like, I get the feeling that towards the end of this week, And I mean, it could be up into 2 weeks. It really could be, I guess, because some of these energies take a little bit longer to move through. But this one, it feels kind of fast moving. This Four of Pentacles in reverse is this energy of like, I just don't care anymore. I don't care what people say. I don't care what people think. I have to just make a change. I absolutely have to make a change. And I don't care who watches me do it. It's so funny that I brought up that keeping up with the Joneses energy, even though I said I don't mean it like that. But this is kind of that energy of like feeling like all eyes are on you all the time. And whenever it's in the reverse, it's just saying like, I just don't care anymore. I'm just going to do what I need to do. Okay. I don't care what other people are going to say. The Tower came out on top of that. This is interesting. You guys have a very nicely organized reading. Very good, Pisces. This Tower that came out on its side here is someone who's kind of watching things fall apart around them. Knowing for a long time that it was going to. Five of Wands. Somebody who's going back and forth in their head. They haven't been sure what to do. They haven't been able to make a decision. Somebody who's been feeling like a lot of emotional drama about whatever this situation was. Okay. I've been feeling like maybe this has been something that had already happened, and maybe it has. Maybe this is a repeating pattern, which often happens with this Tower card. And kids, we are in a Mercury retrograde, and we're in this pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde. I think we officially go into Mercury retrograde. I think it's like the 29th of January, and I think it extends through like March 4th or March 6th, and then we'll be in like the post-shadow for 2 weeks after that. I encourage you, when you'll have a lot of people coming back from the past, offers coming back from the past, things that you thought ended some time ago, and they come back around for review or to give you an opportunity to clean things up, tie up loose ends. Use them for that and appreciate Mercury retrogrades. Yeah, I know people complain about them all the time. Don't live in fear of the Mercury retrograde. But I encourage you to not make major commitments during them. Okay. Go ahead, reassess whatever situation it is. But because I'm seeing this repeating pattern with this Tower card, this is telling me this is something that's coming back around for review. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to switch decks. Let's use this Hush Tarot. Tell me what this Two of Wands in reverse is, because Two of Wands in reverse is, again, this energy of like not even sure which direction to go in, not sure if you want to be in a partnership anymore. I have the Six of Wands in reverse, and underneath that I have the Ace of Swords, which is clarity coming in. It's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, that Ace of Swords. It's somebody who starts seeing the truth, starts speaking the truth, starts telling the truth about how they're feeling and what they're thinking. This Six of Wands, though, it just kind of tells me that things are still not the way that you want them to be. Like, although we have someone who's starting to express themselves in ways that they haven't before, and you're like, hooray, that's great. It feels like there was a breakup in the past, maybe like a breakup, a makeup, that kind of thing. And the main issue kind of felt like, I don't know if it was unrequited love or unreciprocated feelings, or if somebody just there was like a lack of equal give and take in some way. And I feel like there have been a lot of opportunities or chances in this relationship for things to improve. And with this Six of Wands, though, in reverse, it feels like that's like the lack of homecoming. It's like a lack of victory. It's like almost like a failure to launch again. And I'm already frustrated by it for you. Okay. All right. What is this Four of Swords in reverse? I've got the Six of Cups. Okay. All right. So the reason why we're so invested in this is because it's a soulmate relationship. Okay, that's great. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful and it is lovely and it is in the upright position, and I do love that for you. I really, really do. This is somebody that you have grown up with, or someone that you've spent a lot of time with. It can be a past life love, that sort of thing. It's the card of Gemini for me. It's very similar to that Lover's energy. Again, one of the soulmate cards in the deck. This is someone you feel a tremendous amount of love for. I don't know if you guys are in a separated state right now where there's very limited communication, or if that's something that you're coming out of right now. Okay. And I have the Ten of Wands here. Like, it's kind of feeling like it's more than you can stand anymore, though, with the Ten of Wands. Like, you're starting to get to the point where you just can't support it anymore. You can't take it anymore. You don't know what you're supposed to do anymore. Like, it almost feels like you're tired of having to shoulder the entire load. And that goes right on top of that Strength card there, where you're like, man, why do I have to keep being strong in this situation? Can it just be easier? It's kind of what I'm hearing. I've got the Page of Swords here. Again, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. Somebody who's ready to talk. Somebody who's ready to talk. And I'm like rolling my eyes for you because I get this feeling that like you're like too little too late almost. And I've got this Four of Cups right here, which is, again, I've got 4, and there was another one around here somewhere too, I think. But this Four of Cups is kind of like an I don't even want it anymore. I really want to just start focusing on myself is kind of what I'm hearing. Yeah, there's the other one with the Four of Pentacles right there. Four of Swords, Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles. We're just missing the Four of Wands, which is that stability. We're missing that stability, and we're missing that stability and investment in the four walls of the home, of this partnership, whether this is like a very committed relationship or just you're focusing on the four walls of your home, one or the other. Okay. I got the Emperor in reverse. Yeah, well, that's not cool. See, that's the problem. Yeah, I agree. So the Emperor in reverse is someone who just feels like they don't have what it takes, like, or it's like a continual disappointment because you're just like, it's almost like wanting, like, this is someone who's prone to like temper tantrums and that sort of things, immature behavior. It's like waiting for someone to always grow up. That's what I'm hearing. And I didn't want to say that because it sounds judgmental and I would never want to judge somebody in that way. But it does kind of feel like you're frustrated because you're waiting on someone to grow up and you're not seeing the results that you want to see. Yeah, okay. And it feels like it's a repeating pattern with that Tower. I've got the Nine of Cups here. You've invested a lot. That feels very Pisces, right? Very Pisces card. But the Nine of Cups is, it's like absolute wish fulfillment. There was another reason why you've invested so much in this. It's because in one way or another, it feels really good or it looks really good on paper in one way or another. But there's like this underlying issue for you where you're questioning whether or not this is the partnership for you or whether you want partnership at all. Whether you maybe just want to be alone is almost what I'm hearing. There's a lot of clarity that comes from this other person this week though. With that Ace of Swords. And again, I'm hearing the words too little, too late almost. I've got the Fool card here. And this is somebody who says, can we start over? Can we start again? I've got the Magician card here. Somebody says only if there are some major changes. And there's somebody in this connection who's questioning the reality of those changes. And they're questioning whether or not there's going to be any growth in this situation or not. There's somebody who's not entirely trusting in this relationship. This is a lot of information. It's very rapid. I apologize. Anything else you want to say about that? This is somebody who really wants to make the change. Temperance card came out with that. You have a lot of major arcana cards here. You have 1, 2, 3 right on top of the other. So I don't doubt that this is a major relationship of some sort in your life that you've invested a lot in. Somebody here, it seems like they're continually failing you. And you're going to have to check that within yourself and really look at whether or not you're asking for irrational things here or unreasonable things, because I get that you don't feel like you are. And it's starting to get really frustrating for you, and you're getting tired of going back and forth in your head about what to do in this situation. You're tired of being the one that always has to be strong in this situation, the one that has to provide balance, or the one that propels the relationship forward, and you're tired of it. You're tired of having to be the one that does that. You're sick of having to be the one that's always in charge, and you're really, really wanting some kind of balance, some give and take. But I see that you're willing to give it a lot of, you're willing to be patient. And I feel like you have been patient for a long time. I think you're reaching the threshold, but it feels like you're giving it one more try with this Temperance card. All right, that was your reading for this week, Pisces. I think that there's a reason why you guys are willing to go on for so long in this relationship, and obviously it's a soulmate relationship. It's like quite a beautiful relationship in a lot of ways. It checks all the boxes. It you know, like all the columns, right? But there has been some kind of repeating pattern because this Lover's in reverse, the Two of Wands in reverse, with the Six of Pentacles on its side like that at the very beginning, tells me that there's been a breakup or there's been an ending in the past, and it feels like it keeps coming back around. And again, we're in a retrograde, right? So, you know, do what you will, but definitely reassess it and take this time to do so and invest that time in it because you want to, clearly, because it's right here on the table. Obviously, you are invested in it in some way enough to think about it this much. And also, you know, it's worth it. It's definitely a soulmate relationship, so it's worth it, but it doesn't mean you have to stay there forever. Okay. All right. Love you guys very much, and I'll catch up with you next week. Next up, we have Scorpio. All right. Let's see what we have for you guys. Let me push all this over here. I always end up reading in like an 8x8 area when this table is like 84 inches long. All right. What do we have for Scorpio? Thank you. Palace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this deck has like 5 or 6 extra cards. I think it's like 6 extra cards in it. This Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti. And they have these Palace cards that are like the ultimate of each suit. And the Palace of Swords, it's like complete understanding, complete clarity and awareness. But whenever we have it in the reverse, it's quite the opposite. It could be someone who's feeling like absolutely overwhelmed by their thoughts, extremely anxious, very, very worried. It can be someone who feels like a lot of fallout and they feel like they don't know where to go next. It can be like completely overwhelmed in a situation. Sorry. All right. I'm so sorry if that is kind of how you're feeling right now. It feels very clouded, like your head can be very cloudy. But you know what? The thing about clouds is that they clear, right? Eventually they'll clear. And look here, we've got the Strength card. Oh, that came out with that. That's the card of Leo, but it's really just asking you to be strong during this time. You may have just recently been through something kind of major that really knocked your socks off. And I understand that we all have little incidents throughout our days and throughout our weeks and throughout our months and even years that are challenging. But this seems like something that really just like knocked your cap off. Oh. And really being asked to be strong during this situation, whether it's for yourself or for others around you. Sorry. And I've got the Nine of Swords. Yeah, absolute anxiety, stress, nightmares, sleepless nights, tossing and turning, like nagging worries. I'm so sorry that this is something that you may be going through, if this is in fact your reading. And if it's not, then pray for all the other Scorpios, right? It's pretty heavy. It's kind of like new information or something that you've just experienced recently that's kind of like spun your head around a little bit. I've got the Two of Pentacles here, also a popular guy tonight. This is someone who just really feels like they need to find balance. You're like, oh my gosh, take me away from this situation. I need to go on a retreat. I need to go away for a while because I need to find some balance for myself in this situation. All right. Yeah, okay. Sure. I've got the Four of Swords. This is someone who needs to take a break. They need to separate from someone or something. That's what the Four of Swords is. We were just talking about that earlier in the above reading, the Pisces reading. Yeah. So this Four of Swords can indicate a separation or a breakup for sure. It can also indicate the death of an ideal or something that you aligned yourself with for a long time. It can just be the need to take a break. You see they're taking a nap here. It's a card of gratitude, being grateful for what you have and understanding that life is very fragile and that we have to rest at times, to recuperate from situations as well. And so that is why we sometimes have to take a break. And sometimes it can indicate needing to take a break from another person or situation as well. I've got the Ten of Wands that crosses that. Wow. This is someone, whoever we're talking about here, whether it's you or someone in your immediate environment, is like to the point they want to almost give up. Like they've given up hope. They feel like they can't support it anymore. They don't know what to do next. They don't know what they're supposed to do. They don't feel like they can do this on their own anymore. Somebody feels like they're very much on their own and alone, like pushing this boulder up a hill kind of thing. Okay. Three of Wands, somebody that wants to manifest a new future for themselves, something that's brighter, something that's simpler, something that flows a lot more easily is kind of what I'm hearing. And it feels like it's coming right around the corner. I feel like you've invested a lot of yourself into making yourself a better person over a long amount of time. You've put in, you've done the work is what I'm hearing. You've done the work. I'm doing the steps. I'm following the steps. Yes, and this is someone who deserves a lot. They deserve a lot of recognition and reward for how hard they have worked. And I feel like you're starting to see that, and you're starting to hold on one second. I'm getting more cards. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Knight of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. That's very much you. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to say it. 10 of Cups is right on the side. We've got the 10 of Wands right on its side and the 10 of Cups right on its side in the exact same position, mirroring one another. Okay, so this is why I didn't want to say anything. Because like I was saying, like it feels like you have a lot of blessings coming towards you. And I think you feel that coming towards you. And I think that there are a lot of people, places, things that you're wanting to cut out of your life at this point, because you're starting to see how much anxiety they have been causing in your life, or whatever these situations have been that have causing a lot of anxiety and stress and worry, and you're kind of starting to just want to like cut it all out, because you're needing to find a lot of balance for yourself, and you've had to be strong for a long time, not just for yourself but for other people in your environment, and you're needing a break. It feels like you've been overworking yourself possibly, or I don't know, possibly in a relationship that's kind of wearing you down in some kind of way. I feel like you're starting to see that you maybe deserve more, and you're really starting to focus on what happiness is going to look like for you in the future. Okay, good job, very good job. And I like that from you. I like hearing that from you. It feels very good. It feels really clear and focused. Although I do feel like there are a lot of external energies around you. When I say external energies, I could mean like other people or just situations that I don't want to say they're like dragging you down or something like that, but it feels like a lot has been asked of you from a lot of other energies for a long time, where you haven't been able to really focus on yourself or what you needed for a while. And you've had to be supportive and strong for a long time for a lot of other energies. All right. I've got the Hangman in reverse. You've waited so long is what I'm hearing. You've been waiting for someone else in this situation for too long in the reverse like this. You feel like you may have waited too long. You may feel like you have waited too long in a situation that doesn't work for you anymore. This Hangman in reverse is someone who needs to take action immediately to get themselves out of a situation, or to fix a situation, or just to get moving. I've got the 4 of Wands in reverse. Ooh, and the 5 of Wands. Okay, so the 4 of Wands in reverse, again, it's like looking at life differently. You've got 4 of Wands on top of the 4 of Swords right there. That's definitely talking about stability. It's about talking about partnership, but definitely about the 4 walls of your home, your immediate environment. Whenever this is in the reverse like this is someone who's feeling a lot of instability. They may be feeling a lack of partnership. They may be feeling like there's someone in this situation that's just not waking up and smelling the coffee in the way that they need them to, not on the same page as you, or something like that. And this is someone who needs to get themselves out of that situation in some way. With this 5 of Wands, it's something like you've gone back and forth in your head about what to do. I don't know if it's a should I stay or should I go. Maybe it's like a should I say something? Should we do something different? Maybe needing to take a break from the situation and see it from a different angle. Yeah, there's just been an awful lot asked of you, and I think that you're seeing the results of that, where you can't keep it up anymore. You're like, I can't compete with the amount of work that has been asked of me in this situation, whether it's in a career or whether it's in a relationship. I have the 4 of Pentacles now. I have 4, 4, 4. 4s are about creating stability again. So which ones do we have? We have the, let's not even spend time counting them. We've got the 4 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Pentacles. So we're just missing the 4 of Cups. Okay. Which is about learning how to focus on yourself. Okay, so the 4 of Pentacles right here, and we'll talk about that in a second, right? I have the Emperor in reverse that came out here with the 4 of Pentacles. Emperor in reverse is somebody who feels like they are not equipped to either give you what it is that you need, or you feel like someone is not equipped to give you what you need, or you're getting tired of having to support everything on your own. What the Emperor in reverse feels like, there's a lack of partnership. It feels like an off-balance scale. Okay, now with this Four of Pentacles that came out with it, they have titled this one Power. Okay, it's someone who's really holding on to everything that they can. They're going to hold on to it as long as they can, because for some reason they feel like it belongs to them. It is a part of them, and they feel like they get a source of power from it, source of stability from it in some way. But meanwhile, it's like chipping away at you in some way. It feels like someone's holding on to another person or situation. Golly, with all these twos. This Nine of Wands is that Wounded Warrior card. And again, it's titled Strength, which is interesting because you have the Strength card out here at the very beginning. All right, from a different deck. But even though this one is actually the Wounded Warrior card, they do title it Strength, which is someone who is being asked to be strong in a situation and to get ready for some kind of fallout in some way. This Queen of Swords is someone who starts talking and they start taking action and putting their words into action. Okay, with that Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, feminine energy. Very clear-sighted, very wise. Someone who knows which direction to go for the first time in a long time. This is someone who really wants to focus on love, family, home. Tower in reverse, though, again, it feels like a repeating pattern, and I think that you're watching it, and this is why we're having these issues and why we're needing to take this break and why we're needing to separate, because you're seeing this repeating pattern of this off-balance scale with that Tower in reverse. Anything else you want to say about that? So much. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Experiencing a financial loss because of this. Again, feeling like you may have waited a little bit too long with that Hanged Man in reverse to take action. Really feeling like you're losing money by the day, waiting for this to get better. I've got the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Wands. These are cycles of completion. These are things that are coming back around for review. These are things we have to look at with those 10s. There's a cycle that's getting ready to be cleared out here. I don't know if you or another person in this is really holding on to it and is struggling to let go. There is some kind of break or separation here that happens that allows you to have some clarity in this situation. With that manifestation card of that 3 of Wands right there, I think you see that you have a lot of good things coming towards you, and it's really just a question of what you're going to align yourself with, and you're not going to align. Yeah, I've got the 2 of Cups out here in reverse, which can be a failure in a partnership. What I was going to say is you're not going to align with something that does not support you any longer. You just understand that you can't anymore. With that 2 of Cups in reverse, it can indicate a breakup, and I don't want to be all doom and gloom or anything like that, but this situation, again, it feels like a repeating pattern, and I don't feel like I'm telling you anything new with this. And let's be real, tarot doesn't really tell you your future. It just can show you some of the energies that are present in your field, and they'll show you the trajectory of where those energies are headed unless something major changes. Now, something could majorly change as of this moment when you hear these words and you decide to take action with that Hanged Man in reverse for the first time and change a situation that has been rather cloudy or muddy for you, something that you've had to be supportive of for a long time that just hasn't been working out for you. And you could make a change as of right now. Who knows? And then tomorrow's going to look different, or you might not, and it may look the same. Anyway, I'll catch up with you guys next week. Thanks for letting me read for you, Scorpio. Next up, we have Ophiuchus. We're going to use this Deviant Moon Tarot and see what we have for you guys. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Why do we have you guys off balance this week? That is nuts. Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's somebody who just doesn't feel like they can do it anymore. They're just exhausted, kind of. Like my arms are tired. Okay. I got the Knight of Wands. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you have a lot of work coming in for you this week. It could be just like an overwhelming amount, almost feeling like, I don't know how I'm going to keep all this up. I don't know how I'm going to do all of this. This Knight of Wands is your card. Well, it's the card of Sagittarius. You might be a Sagittarius cusper because Ophiuchus fits right between Scorpio and Sagittarius. I think it's November 29th through December 17th, I think, are the dates for Ophiuchus. So this Knight of Wands is somebody who wants to take action. They want to make things better, either in your life or someone wants to come towards you with good intentions. I have the Queen of Cups right here. Okay, this can go a couple of different ways. This Queen of Cups energy right here is someone who, they have a lot of love to give, but they're not entirely sure who they want to give it to. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, feminine energy. All right. They're being very cautious about giving very much of themselves. With this Knight of Wands energy, it's like they're willing to give part, but not all of themselves. It's like, okay. And it's because they're feeling off balance within themselves, whether this is your energy or whether this is another person's, I don't know, you'll have to decide. But it almost feels like someone who's willing to have like part of a relationship but not give all of themselves. Okay. Well, I have the Chariot in reverse, which is like a standstill, a stall out, something that just can't get off the ground. It can't seem to move forward. And I have the Four of Cups in reverse. This can be like an energy of selfishness, either from you or another person. It can be somebody who's struggling because they have a lot of other things to focus on. Or it can be someone who's just starting to get very bored within the connection and want something different. And it could be because it's not getting off the ground. These could be your feelings, or these could be the feelings of another person in this situation. Okay. I have the Nine of Swords in reverse. It's like, I don't want any drama is kind of what I'm hearing. And this could be why maybe someone in this situation doesn't want to invest in this because they're worried about that. They're worried about drama. They're worried about stress, anxiety. Maybe there have been these issues in the past. Maybe that's why someone's feeling so non-committal, right? With the Nine of Swords in reverse. I have the Six of Swords in reverse, which is somebody who feels like they can't move forward in a situation. And the Page of Swords in reverse is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. It can be words that are ill-conceived or like ill-communicated, I should say. The Page of Swords in reverse is internet stalking. This could be an energy. Well, we've got the Chariot in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse and the Page of Swords in reverse. Kind of tells me that there's not a lot of action being taken here, but there could be some like stalkery, spy kind of vibes going on here, which is very kind of weird and creepy. And it's like, it comes from inaction. It comes from a lack of communication. It almost feels like instead of talking, there's some, and I'm not suggesting that this is you. This can be exterior to you. Oh, the Lovers in reverse came out on top of that. This could be like the energy of an ex or something that is looking back on you. This could be somebody that you've recently broken up with, or somebody that you're kind of on a split with or something like that. There's kind of an energy of being watched from afar because there's not a lot of action being taken. Okay, I'm going to put that deck down. I'm going to switch back over here to this Star Power Tarot. Well, I mean, I don't love it. It just doesn't feel great. I feel like I'm not sure why. Like, I have to be honest. Every card here is in the reverse, with the exception of the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups over here. And the Queen of Cups is on its side, which tells me that someone is very non-committal with their feelings in their heart. The only card that's in the upright is the Knight of Wands, and that is like the most sexually passionate card in the deck, other than the Ace of Wands. And it's almost like a juvenile energy. It can be a very youthful, immature energy. And that being the only card that is upright tells me that this could be a relationship that's based purely on physical passion. And maybe that's why we're concerned with it here, or maybe that's why we're not getting off the ground here, or maybe that is the concern here, which, oh, okay. Okay. I've got the Strength card out for you guys too. This guy's been popular too. It's kind of asking you to kind of wait in this situation, to kind of reassess things, to take this time of inactivity here where things aren't moving forward in this relationship, and to grow for yourself in some way, to look at things for what they really, really are, and decide what it is that you want your life to look like in the future, and to kind of decide how to be strong on your own in some way. And I feel like you are. I'm hearing that you're being asked to be patient. I've got the Emperor card out here. There's somebody here that's asking you to be patient. The Emperor is the card of Aries. Came out on its side. This is someone who hasn't presented themselves in the best light, either towards you or you towards them, and feeling kind of regretful about that, the way that they're being perceived in some way. And that is, I think, why you're being asked to have patience in this situation. I'm hearing that not all is what it seems. I have the Hierophant in reverse. This is someone who hasn't been committed. This is someone who lacks, this is the card of Taurus, but it can be someone who lacks the, lacks initiative, doesn't commit to a situation. Okay. Well, I mean, there's not a lot of movement in this relationship, and it feels like if it hasn't ended already, we have people here who are looking in opposite directions almost, or there's been a lot of stress and worry. It's not getting off the ground. I feel like people are just watching each other from afar, and getting kind of bored with the situation. It's a lack of commitment. It feels like there's a lack of emotional investment here. I don't know. I don't get the sense that anybody's tremendously upset here. I'm just not sure why we're talking about it here. Okay. I have the Two of Swords in reverse. It's because somebody's having a hard time making a decision about, I'm hearing decisions been made. Okay. With this Two of Swords in reverse, it's like somebody in this situation was having trouble making a decision, and now it has been made, and now they see which direction they want to go in. Okay. And I don't know what that means for you. I don't know which direction you're going to go in. Let's find out. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. What? Okay, whatever this situation is, we've been talking about this retrograde all night already. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse talks about bad timing. It can be about bad karma, bad luck, something like that. But it can just be, it feels very similar to that Chariot in reverse, that Six of Swords in reverse, the Lovers in reverse. Something that just keeps coming back around, like an endless looping cycle, but nothing actually gets any better. It's kind of like the endless loop of a never-ending escalator almost. But it's not going up, it's just going around in circles. A conveyor belt, like the thing at the airport that your bag comes on, the baggage claim, that's what it is. Around and around in circles, no change, seeing the same baggage every time it goes back around. None of it's yours. Eight of Pentacles. Somebody in this situation says, look, I'm willing to do the hard work here. I see that things have never gotten off the ground. I want to invest something in this situation. There's somebody else in here who's there. This is why you're being asked to be patient. There's somebody here that hasn't been ponying up with all the details here. They feel like they've been misjudged. They feel like you haven't seen them in the best light. I feel like this is how this is going. I feel like you're being asked to be patient. They've been really lacking in commitment. I don't understand why you're being asked to wait for this, because I don't think that seems fair or right at all. But these are just the words that I'm hearing. I feel like somebody's asking you to wait and be patient. Okay. Six of Swords in reverse. What? Okay, so that is nuts. This is, again, somebody who feels like they can't move forward. Somebody that maybe feels like they're quite tied, maybe anchored here in place with that Six of Swords in the reverse again. Nutty. It's like at a standstill, almost like you're being forced to wait it out, especially with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, like being forced to wait and see what will happen. I'm intrigued. I want to know. What? Okay. So we have the Page of Cups that's come in here on its side with the King of Cups and the Three of Wands. Okay. This is somebody who sees for their future, like they see a future with you or you see a future with them, and they're getting like King of Cups, Queen of Cups. We have a true pair here, right? And the King of Cups is someone who can express their emotions. The Queen of Cups in the upright position is someone who can freely give their emotions to another person. And so what I was saying is we have somebody who feels they've been misjudged. You're being asked to be patient because they feel like they're going to come in here with some kind of apology or some kind of offer, but it's the Page of Cups. And they're saying, but I'm also the King of Cups, so I'll bring the emotion, I'll bring the apology, I'll bring the understanding, whatever it is, the forgiveness. And then this Three of Wands is somebody who sees a future. They see a future with you or you do with them. And there are going to be some plans made for that future. Like I am seeing that things are going to change. I don't know why I'm feeling that, but I'm feeling that. So I'm going to catch up with you guys next week and see how this ends up going. I can't wait because again, this does feel like a repeating pattern. Somebody in this situation says, I'm willing to start working harder. I feel like I've been misjudged. I want you to see me in a different way. I'm sorry that things haven't been better. I'm sorry that things haven't gotten off the ground. I want to make a change to where I start expressing myself to you. This is kind of what I'm hearing. I want to start telling you the truth about how I'm feeling. And that propels the other person in this situation to kind of start opening up and giving a little bit more of their honest, true heart and self to another person. All right, that was your reading for this week, Ophiuchus. Thank you very much. Next up, we have Sagittarius. Let's go over here to the Tarot of Wonderland for you guys. Let's see. Hold on. I only like it when they're one at a time. I hardly ever take them if they're two at a time. Occasionally I do. Let's see. Six of Wands in reverse. Why is that a thing? All right, so the Six of Wands in reverse, it can be kind of feeling like a failure. Like if you feel like you didn't get it right or something, that may be something that's happening at the beginning of this week. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. It can just be feeling, you know, sometimes that happens and sometimes we do fail. That's part of life. Don't sweat it. It's part of the human experience, right? Here, I have the Eight of Cups. Okay, well, there you have it. And with that came the Three of Swords in reverse. All right. So, okay. So it could be that there was somebody that came back, again, retrograde energy here with the Six of Wands in reverse. This could be somebody that came back around for a while. You could have experienced a breakup with them in the past. That's what the energy of the Three of Swords is. The Three of Swords in the upright position is that Ben and Jerry's card, kind of that quintessential breakup card. Whenever it's in the reverse, we have something that you've already healed from or that you're starting to heal from, okay? It's like a past energy, but it could have been like a reopening of wounds, or if it's not somebody coming back around, it's the understanding that things were never going to improve, and so you had to let go of something. With this Eight of Cups, I love this representation because it shows Alice walking away from the prize pig, and the expression on her face is just one of, like, I can't believe I ever wanted that thing in the first place. Ugh, I'm so happy to leave that behind. What a pain, right? What a pain in the pig. Yes. Page of Cups in reverse. There could have been like an offer that was not good enough. And I don't know if this is in love or if this is in career. It can just take it. They're just energies, so just take them as they may resonate in your life if they do at all. The Page of Cups in reverse, though, is somebody who they missed an opportunity. They missed an opportunity to express themselves or to offer an extension of love or friendship or apology in some way. And because of that, I feel like you have walked away from the situation and you're kind of over and done with it. I'm just going to slide it over there because I feel like you're definitely over it. Okay, good enough. Seven of Wands in reverse. Could be dealing with the fallout of whatever that choice is. With the Seven of Wands in reverse, it feels like this energy of just like being so sick of it. Sick of hearing about it, sick of having to deal with it, sick of any kind of drama. Feeling almost like possibly even feeling unsupported in a situation, feeling like you have a lot of people or energies coming towards you and having to fight them off and being tired of it, being like quite fatigued with that situation. Feeling like you don't necessarily have the upper hand here anymore. Can also feel like I'm not even sure who's right in this situation anymore. With this Ace of Pentacles, you want something new and you want something solid and something much more stable. Okay, I'm gonna put this deck aside and I'm gonna start clarifying immediately, because the Ace of Pentacles, as you know, is like my favorite card to get in any reading, because it always indicates a stable, brand new beginning, and emphasis on the word stable, right? And something that's gonna grow into something else, something that you can take to the bank. And so I want to leave it right there, because I think that we'll have something to say about that. Let's use this Tarot of Dreams. Okay, what is this situation that you have left behind here? I've got the Judgment in reverse. Again, Judgment in reverse can be like a resurrection of something that you thought had ended, and yet it comes back around. Once again, whatever it is, I don't think you're super into it. I think you let it go once before, and if it's something that you're dealing with again, like it's like reared its ugly head once again, I think you're not going to be real excited about it again. I don't think you're going to be surprised by the way it goes. I don't think you're going to be surprised by what you see in this. And I feel like if it is something that you're entertaining again, you're even questioning your own judgment in it. Ace of Cups in reverse. This is like, definitely feels like a breakup, but it feels like one of those breakups that damages your self-esteem in some way, like something that hurts, something that you may have cried a lot of tears over, especially with that Three of Swords in reverse, because the Three of Swords in reverse, like beyond just the breakup card, it's a tremendous amount of pain. It's heartache, grief, and pain. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Three swords in the heart. Whenever it's in the reverse, again, it feels like something you've already been through. And this Ace of Cups in reverse can indicate like a lot of emotion about it. Emotional fallout about it. It can be like crying about it. Crying a lot of tears. I don't want that for you. You don't want that for you either. I get it. Two of Cups in reverse is again, a dissolution of a partnership of some sort, and it goes right underneath that Seven of Wands in reverse, which tells me that you're just over it. You're over fighting about things. You don't feel like anybody is ever gonna, this other person, if we're talking about one other person or even a group of people, you feel like your voice is never going to be heard. You feel like it's a battle you don't want to fight. Yeah. With the Two of Cups in reverse, and it almost feels like you would prefer to dissolve the partnership in whatever way it is, as opposed to have to deal with this drama, and you're just not having it. You're just not feeling it. All right, so under this Ace of Pentacles, I have this Taurus card, this Hierophant card. And remember what I was saying, this is my favorite card, and I feel like we're going to have a little bit more to say about it. It came out this Hierophant card came out right on top of it, and it's an energy of commitment. It's an energy of a new beginning that is like a solid, stable commitment. My ear is ringing now. Yeah, it's a good sign. I like this. This is something that, again, you can take to the bank. Or someone feels this way about you, and I'm feeling like this is a new energy for you. Here, anything else you want to say about that with this deck? Because I'm curious as to know what it is. Just want to get a little bit nosier, right? Just a little bit. Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles, that's about independence. It's about, Nine of Pentacles is that minor arcana version of the Empress. And this could be about career. This could be you walking away from a partnership you had devoted a lot of time, energy, and love from yourself to, and walking away from it towards something that suits you very, very well. If we're talking about a relationship here, letting go of whatever this was, that you were just sick of fighting with the drama and dealing with it and just feeling like it was never going to get better. and whatever it is that's come back around that you're leaving behind, it propels you into such a beautiful state of understanding, but also independence, and specifically a lack of codependency, which is very beautiful. It's a feeling of healing, and it goes right with that Hierophant card and right with that Ace of Pentacles. It's an investment in yourself. It feels like a brand new energy. You could be going into business for yourself. And I've got the Six of Wands again in the reverse. Snap. Start it with it and end with it. Go on ahead. It's like I'm not going to fight these fights anymore is what I'm hearing. I'm not going to fight with anybody else anymore. I'm just going to do what makes sense for me. I want what I deserve, and I want what belongs to me, and I don't feel like I need to fight this hard for it anymore, and I'm not going to anymore. It needs to be simpler than that. It needs to fit into my life better than this, and if it doesn't, I'm not going to accept it into my life anymore. And that is where that independence comes from. It's that ability to let go of things that just don't work well for you, and let it go, because you understand that there's something better for you, and that even if it is just you on your own, well, that is better than all of that drama, right? Yes, 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 yes. All right. Anything else you guys want to say before I cut you loose? I've got the Queen of Cups out. Oh, this is so nice. This is you actually starting to understand your heart for the first time in a long, long time. All right, and we had this up above, I think in the Ophiuchus reading too. Or maybe it was Scorpio. But it's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy in any case. But it's someone who understands how they feel about something, and they very much have a good grasp on the love they have in their heart, and where they want to put that. There's like a lot of freedom that comes from this. I've got the Ten of Swords in reverse, which is, again, it's a thing that comes back around. It's that one more final stab in the back. Give it one more try. Whenever it's in the reverse, it looks like you just gave it one more final try, and it looks like you're willing to let it go now because you want something better. Even if it just does mean going on your own. I've got the Two of Wands. There is definitely someone in your environment that is seeking some kind of partnership with you, and it's you will have to free yourself up. You'll have to free up that energy in order to go in that direction, and I think that you will. Very positive. This is very good. Whatever this mess is over here that you're walking away from, I don't feel like there's a bad feeling about it. This Knight of Cups energy, you've got the Queen of Cups, you've got the Knight of Cups here. There's about to be an offer extended towards you. Yeah, that is going to be a lot more functional in your life in some way, whether it's in love or whether it's in career or finance, home, family, whatever. There will be something better that comes. Okay. And expect it to happen. I mean, don't expect it to happen at any given time, but I'm in the near future. Once this other energy kind of blows out, and again, it may take till we're through this retrograde, I'm not sure. But once it's gone, it frees up your energy to go in other directions, and where you're going looks very, very beautiful. And towards a lot of self-love and a lot of self-reliance and independence in the very, very best of ways. And really feeling like you've gained a lot of wisdom in this situation. That Three of Swords situation, you know, things like that come up, and we learn a lot from those painful situations. We grow a lot, right? And that's why they're necessary in our lives, and it looks like you have, and you've gained a lot of strength within yourself. Good job. All right, next up we have Aries. What do we have for you guys tonight? Let's go with Star Power Tarot for you. Let's see what we have for Aries. Sorry, that's loud. Page of Pentacles, slow moving starts and having to start from ground zero. Entry level looks good. The Page of Pentacles knows a good thing when they see it. They have their eye on something. Someone may have their eye on you, or you may be starting something brand new, something very from the very beginning. Very good. It's something that you're willing to invest a lot in. It's something that you'll have to put in the building blocks, the steps to get from to the next level, but you're willing to. It's like wanting to educate yourself about something. because you can tell it will be valuable. The Five of Pentacles in reverse is somebody who invested in the wrong things previously, and they see that now. It could be Five of Pentacles in reverse is either someone who's coming out of a separation, or they're just experiencing a separation or a loss. Can be financial loss in some way. It's, in any case, it feels like in this combination, it just feels like previously you may have invested in the wrong things, and now you see it, and now you're not going to do it anymore, right? Just not willing to do it anymore. Okay. Well, good job, smarty pants. Ten of Swords for you guys too. Wow. Having to put a final ending to something. It's the Minor Arcana version of the Death card. For me though, the Death card is much more fifth dimensional. It's like a much larger energy that lays over us. It can hover over us for some time. This Ten of Swords is an energy that is very three-dimensional. It's in our daily lives. These are like actual relationships, actual things that you have to like cut out of your life, that you have to end. And it can be very, very painful, like very viscerally painful in a physical way. I don't mean like physical way, but like can cause a lot of heartache and grief and emotion, like a death, like an ending to something, right? And they can be heavy energies to work through. For some reason I want to put it in the reverse. Almost feels like, again, like a repeating pattern, but it did come out in the upright, and really either way it kind of is more of the same, right? I have the Queen of Cups under that, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, feminine energy. This is someone who wants to go in a different direction. Again, they're starting to see their heart clearly. They're starting to feel their emotions more clearly for the first time in a while. This might be you. This might be somebody near you. It feels like that may be why you're choosing to end something, is because you have different feelings. You have feelings that go in another way. Let's see here. You see things clearly now. You see what you want to focus on now. There we go. Things are coming into focus. Okay. Seven of Wands in reverse. The World in reverse. Okay. So with all of that being said, and with you starting to understand your emotions a little bit more clearly, and with you starting to understand what you want to invest in now, there's been some fallout because of that. This Seven of Wands is feeling like the world is against you, especially when it comes out with the World in reverse underneath it. This can be something that has thrown your world upside down. This can feel like, again, other people's drama, other people inserting their feelings, their thoughts, their words into your situation and having to deal with that. It can be just like exhaustion with having, it can be actual physical exhaustion as well. But whenever we have this combination here, it just feels like something that's throwing your world upside down. And there could be, I don't know, a lot of talk around it in some way, or there could be a fear of that in some way. Ten of Wands, snap, right? Very similar to, well, we've got the Ten of Wands and we've got the Ten of Swords here. But this Ten of Wands is somebody, you're like, man, I have to end it. It has to go. It has to be put down. I can't carry it anymore, especially with that World in reverse. Something fell apart. And it almost felt like it was out of your hands, although you say it was crumbling for a long time. You saw it coming. Now we're having to build from ground zero, is kind of that energy. And these tens, again, are cycles of completion. And it feels like something that you've seen coming for a long time, right? Burn it down, right? Okay. Anything else you want to say with this deck before I clarify with a different one? Thank you. And the Death card. Wow, look at you go. Get the Death card out here. Very good. It's a card of Scorpio. But again, what were we talking about? This is the Minor Arcana version of the Death card for me, and then we have the Major Arcana version of the Death card. Again, I said that the energy of the Death card can be one that lingers a little bit more heavily over you. It can be an actual death of a person that was close to you, I suppose, too. Although it really just indicates like an ending to something, a final ending to something. Very good job. These are challenging energies to work through, but I feel like you're kind of starting to get a handle on how you are feeling for the first time in a while, which is pretty major. I like that. Let's use this traditional Rider-Waite to clarify for you guys. And so that's good. Things are starting to come into focus for you. You're starting to see that you just don't want any more drama, and it's just going to, again, burn it down mentality. Four of Pentacles is someone who's trying to hold on to everything that they can financially. Again, you may feel like you have to start from ground zero here. There could be some financial loss here with whatever this ending is. Yeah, I'm feeling like you're very worried about the future. Somebody here could be very worried, like trying to hold on to things, trying to hold on to money in a situation. Somebody could not be fighting fairly whenever it comes to that. Six of Swords, you're like, but it doesn't really matter because we're moving on anyway. Okay. Moving on to much calmer waters. That's good, because I see that there's been a lot of drama. There's been a lot of stress here. Your world's been turned upside down. Now we can focus on I'm hearing like a cleaner partnership in some way. This could be definitely related to your career, again, your home, I'm not sure. But this Three of Pentacles is someone who's seeking like a stable partnership, a stable environment, a stable, whether it's a workplace environment or a home environment. It's somebody who says we do have to build from ground zero, but by golly, it's going to be a stronger foundation this time when we do, with this combination, this Page of Pentacles and this Three of Pentacles up right here. Okay. Very, very, very good job. Thank you. I've got the Seven of Cups here. For a long time, your thought process was quite clouded here. You weren't sure which direction to go. You weren't even sure how you felt about the situation. Again, you're starting to receive some clarity here, which is great. That it helps you to focus. For the first time, you've been feeling a lot of brain fog. Could even be depression, that sort of thing, seasonal depression kind of feelings, where you maybe have just been feeling sluggish or like you can't think straight in some way. If you have been, all of that starting to clear. And it comes directly from this energy of ending. I've got the Queen of Cups out here twice. Okay. Yeah, this is you understanding how you feel and where you want to put your heart. Very good. And with that came out this Two of Cups. Wow. There is some kind of new partnership that's about to be offered to you, so do brace yourself and do get ready for it. It does feel like an out of the frying pan and into the fire kind of energy, because it feels like you have just ended this situation. It really does, because you've got the presence of death here twice. Yes, the presence of death. Yeah, well, but you do. And so I see that if you haven't already ended it, it is ending like stat. And that's probably good, because whatever there's some kind of new partnership that's coming right around the corner, right around. All right, let's clarify real quick with this family tarot. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, masculine. Very good job. Way to show up. I like it. This is you taking action to make this better. You see that you have to. And again, seeing what's important for the first time in a long time. Understanding that even though your world's been turned upside down, even though you have to start from ground zero, you know a good thing when you see it, and you will absolutely go after it whenever it's presented to you. Nicely done. I've got the Nine of Pentacles, which talks about establishing your own independence. This Ace of Swords right here is somebody who needs to start talking, somebody who needs to start sharing their truth, either with another person or just in general. Start speaking the truth. Start telling the truth. For heaven's sake is what I'm hearing. Start telling the truth about things that, ooh, my tummy just got really nervous there all of a sudden. That's weird. And then this Nine of Pentacles right here is this energy of independence. Specifically speaks of a lack of codependency in your life, though. It's very beautiful, very good energy. Nicely done this week, Aries. I can't wait to see where this carries you through to next week, because there are a lot of changes that are coming towards you, and it's because of all this death. Yeah, that you got hanging out here on the table. Lots and lots of major endings, but they are absolutely propelling you into a state of clarity that you haven't been experiencing for a while. Again, it's a feeling of like depression and like fuzziness. I always like think of the Seven of Cups as like dryer lint over your brain, where you can't quite clear through it to understand, can't see the forest for the trees. And all of those feelings are going to start dissipating. If not, well, I would say now. Let's just say now. How's about that? And you're going to get really clear about how you feel about things, and then you're going to start talking about it. And that is what propels us into action. I love it. I'll catch up with you guys next week. We have Leo. What do we have for you guys? I'm going to switch decks over here for you guys to the Tarot of, or this Tarot of Dreams. Yeah. Leo, last of our fire signs, and then we are on to Virgo. Thanks. I have the Tower in reverse, Leo. What? Okay, so the Tower in reverse, it can be something It feels like a situation that you knew was fragile to begin with, and it feels like you've been watching it crumble, like from a distance, maybe from arm's length, or maybe it's crumbling around you. In any case, it feels like something that you knew it was going to fail. You knew it, and you've known it for a while. This Three of Swords, what? Oh, that was present in Aries up above too, just from a different deck. But this Three of Swords is that energy of heartache, grief, and pain. It's that breakup, that ouch, ouch, ouch energy. And it's crossing sideways on this Tower in reverse. Feels like having to make a decision as to whether you want to let something go or not. Oh, man. I don't love seeing that. No, I don't. Oh, Ten of Swords. Again, minor arcana version of the death card. This seems to be an energy that is prevalent with y'all fire signs today. This is the energy of death, and it's the energy of putting a final ending to something. It's that, I call it the Julius Caesar card. One more final stab in the back, right? One more try. Or when it's in combination with this Tower in reverse, shall we pull the Band-Aid off a little more slowly is kind of the energy of that. With this Three of Swords, it's almost like impending doom that everybody's, this sounds like such a major bummer, and I don't know how it applies to your life. So don't let it be any heavier than what it is, but it could be something as serious as like a breakup between two partners, or it could just be something that you knew was going to fail, and you knew you were going to have to put an end to it, and you were just kind of avoiding the issue for a while. Whatever it is, take it as it resonates, if it does at all. I've got the High Priestess card out here. That's that's the energy of Pisces right there. But this is someone who knows. They have an inner knowing. This is someone who's highly psychically developed. They're highly awakened. This is someone who does not ignore those gut feelings. It's possible. They're a secret keeper. They don't always talk. They know when to speak and when to be quiet. They're very wise. But again, they are the secret keepers. So I don't know if this is a situation that you knew it was going to fail and you just didn't say anything about it, or if this is an energy of like, yeah, I should have seen that coming. I did see it coming intuitively. I knew it was coming. I'm not sure. Let's see. I've got the Lovers in reverse. No. All right, so it could be the ending of a love relationship, obviously. But in any case, it indicates a major choice, a major commitment. All right, whenever we have the Lovers in reverse, it can be the energy of feeling like someone wasn't choosing wisely, or it can be the energy of knowing something about a partnership and not expressing it and just kind of watching the fallout happen. I've got the Knight of Pentacles right here on top of it. This is someone who's very slow moving. There's somebody who watches from afar. What did I say? Arm's length. This may be your energy in this situation where you're trying to keep something at a distance. Maybe you're trying to slow a fallout. You're trying to slow it down, maybe. That Knight of Pentacles right there. This is somebody who's not really sure which way to go. It almost feels like this. Honestly, it feels like your energy of someone who doesn't want to take action in this situation because they're kind of waiting for everything to come out into the open, even though they know that it's falling apart. They're just kind of waiting to see how things are going to go. And I feel like if that's your energy, you know how things are going to go because, like I said, it feels like you're very developed intuitively. I got the Ten of Wands here. Darn it all. 2 tens already. Cycles of completion, final endings to things. Things that, the Ten of Wands is this energy of, it's so heavy. It's such a heavy burden that you can't carry it anymore. You actually physically can't. You have to put it down. And it's out of your control. Like you can't make yourself be stronger in this situation. You can't make yourself, you can't become Popeye all of a sudden. I've got the Six of Swords here. Somebody who wants to move on, but they're questioning how they're going to do it. Not sure how they're going to get from point A to point B. They're not sure how to get there. And it's like, I don't see a lot of action being taken here. Hold on. I don't take this many usually, but since they all flipped over like that, I'm going to have to. So I have the devil that goes on top of that, which is again all about addictions, obsessions, things that enslave us. This is a great representation with this deck because in this card the cage door is open and he could walk out at any time, and he understands that he could, but there is something that's very comforting about that cage for him because he's been in it for a long time. Very similar energy to this Ten of Wands as well. Okay, again, things that we allow to enslave us. Okay, I'm not preaching. These are your words. Okay, your cards, your words. I don't know. All right, so the Eight of Cups in reverse is someone who's really having a hard time walking away from a situation because they have an emotional tie to it, to the situation. And maybe that's why we have this energy of kind of like procrastinating and ending. And really there's a hope for the future that things are going to improve. There's like a hope for the future that things will stabilize and that things will get better in whatever this partnership is, but it just feels very faulty, and it feels like you're starting to lose strength in it. It feels like you're starting to see the toxicities where they are, and while you know this all intuitively, you're really struggling to move forward because you have a lot wrapped up in it, and maybe you have for a long time, and that's really hard. Those are hard things to let go of, right? Okay, gonna clarify real quick, like with this Tarot of Azathoth. What do we have for you guys here with this? What is this Tower in reverse? Ooh. The Nine of Swords in reverse, darn it all. All right, it's a lot of anxiety, stress, sleepless nights, and I get the impression that you're pretty tired of it. I do. I get the impression that you're tired of worrying about it. I get the impression that it's starting to eat away at you, and you're over it. But you're, again, I don't see a lot of action being taken. I got the Moon because you're still waiting on all of the information. You're waiting to understand. You're waiting for understanding in this situation, almost like waiting for the secrets to come out, waiting for the underlying issues to be addressed, waiting to see how this is going to go. It goes right on top of that High Priestess energy. That's the Moon card, is that card of Cancer. And it's somebody who they don't talk about things. They just wait to see what's going to happen. I have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse that came out with it. I feel like you're losing a lot of money waiting for this, though. I've got the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. We've got 3 tens. The only one we're missing is the Ten of Cups, and that's that emotional fulfillment card. And we have a lack of that right here. Somebody is seeing that. This Ten of Pentacles in reverse, again, can be like financial loss or loss of stability within a home environment or even within a workplace environment where, because of this faulty tower, this faulty foundation, we're experiencing a lot of loss. It feels like you know it and you would love to make a change, but you feel quite powerless to do so. You're quite emotionally invested in this, and you feel like you've invested a lot of your lifetime energy into it for a while, and you have a lot of hope for this situation, although you're starting to see the toxicities for what they really, really are and wanting to make a change. Four of Swords, wanting to take a break. This one is titled Truce. It can be sure thing. It can be that, but it feels it's more of an energy of needing to separate so that you can get a better grasp of how you're feeling about something. All right, I'm going to grab this family tarot real quick. King of Cups. Okay, well, this might be the week that changes things because the King of Cups is someone who starts expressing themselves emotionally. And I don't mean that they're overly emotional when they express themselves. I just mean that for the first time, they're able to give clarity to their emotions with their words. And they're someone who they understand what love is and what it looks like. And it kind of feels like a long time coming with this person. There's some kind of light bulb moment that comes on for them. Again, this is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, masculine energy, if it rings a bell, or but don't get hung up on the signs. This is someone who makes a decision. They have like a wake-up call that happens. I'm just not sure. Four of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Wands in reverse. Yeah, these cards have been super popular tonight as well. But this is like an energy of like worry that they're giving something up, or but there's been just like a lot of drama in this situation. It's like a fear of letting go of it. It's, again, very interesting. It almost feels like a comfort within this cage, like we were talking about with that devil card. It's like an energy that while it's so craptacular, someone feels quite comfortable here because they've invested a lot of themselves and a lot of their identity in it, and a lot of their emotion is wrapped up in it. And maybe that's why you need to separate yourself from it to maybe see a little bit more clearly. But there is somebody here in this connection who knows that this situation is quite faulty. There's someone here who knows that there are some secrets and some underlying issues that have yet to even be addressed. And I don't know if we have an on again, off again relationship here with this 10 of Swords and this 10 of Wands. Again, I say those are like cycles of completion and that sort of thing. And that Tower in reverse can indicate a repeating pattern, again, with that Devil card as well. I don't know if that's it or if we have somebody who's just watching something kind of fall apart around them. So you take it as it resonates. And thank you very much for letting me read for you, Leo. And stay strong in this. I feel like you're the one who has a lot of this intuitive inner knowing. And I feel like you are kind of just playing this waiting game to see what's going to happen. I feel like somebody's going to want to offer you a lot more information this week that's going to bring some clarity. All right. Thank you very much, Leo. We are on to our earth signs with Virgo. What do we have for you guys? Page of Swords. That's a message. And it's in the upright position. It's a message that you want to hear. Very good. It's clarity, it's insight, it's understanding, possibly. It's what? It's the Ace of Cups on top of it. That can be a brand new love relationship. It's on its side though, which tells me you're really questioning it. You're questioning whether it's good for you or not. It's definitely being presented to you this week. Somebody may send you a message of love in some way. It doesn't have to be romantic love necessarily, although with this deck, it definitely does have that feeling to it, that vibe to it. The Ace of Cups is a brand new relationship, or it is a full cup of love. But specifically, the Ace of Cups is that holy grail of self-love, and maybe that's why we have it on its side here. There may be something about this message that, although this is presented to you, may have you questioning whether it's the right thing for you. All right. Page of Wands in reverse. So I've got two pages out here flanking this ace. Page of Wands in reverse can be a flirtation that is not well received. It can be something, and maybe that's why we have you questioning it here. There may be some message here that you're just not sure. On one hand, you're excited to get it. On the other hand, it feels kind of juvenile. It can feel a little bit immature. Maybe it feels out of character for you or this other person in some way, and maybe that's why you're questioning it. Again, pages are messengers, but they can also be children. It's possible that you may have to deal with children here, and it tears at your heartstrings a little bit here, trying to manage a conflict of some sort, if this is not a relationship that we're in fact talking about here. I have these 7 of Wands in reverse again. Super popular dude. This is that fighting an uphill battle and feeling like you have the upper hand, but whenever it's in the reverse, I get the impression, I'm getting the impression the way this storyline is kind of rolling, it feels like you may be in the wrong here. Like you may be feeling like you're making a bad choice. It may feel like you're doing something that is damaging to your self-esteem, or again, you're not really sure if it's the right choice for you. And I feel like you're questioning your own motives in this situation. Okay. And I've got the Moon card out here, which is like secrets. It's underlying issues, someone who's not telling the whole truth and everything but the truth. It's the card of Cancer, but it is again, things that have yet to be addressed, things that are done in the dark, and things that have not been brought to the light yet. It feels like someone is questioning, either you're questioning your own motives or you're questioning somebody else's motives, or vice versa, something like that in your immediate environment. And I've got the Death card that comes out on top of that. Well, it may be that this is the week that you make a decision to stand up for yourself and for what it is that you want in your life and who you want to be. Okay, and that does sound like an after school special. It really, really does. But Some weeks are just kind of like that, right? And some weeks you make a lot of progress in your ascension and your growth, and this may be one of those weeks for you. I love this. If this is the case, Virgo, the Death card is again a final ending in a situation, and it can be it can be a major situation that we're putting an end to here. It feels like something that was dragging you down in some way for some time, and maybe you get some kind of clarity in some way that allows you to put a final ending to this. I'm going to clarify with another deck, and I like the way this is going. I'm going to use this Hush Tarot. What are these pages about? And this Ace of Cups, please, for Virgo. I got the Four of Cups here. Yeah. So this is someone, this Four of Cups is very interesting. The Four of Cups is someone who they're tired of what they've been receiving, and yet somehow they have really been denying their Ace of Cups, their own personal holy grail, their own self-love. They've been denying that within themselves because they've been focusing on other people. They've been focusing on other people's emotions for too long, and they've let themselves go emotionally in some way. And I think that maybe you're starting to understand that. I think maybe you're starting to understand that maybe you had been pouring too much of yourself into other people's empty vessels, basically, and it was running you dry. And I think that maybe you're starting to see this situation. It feels like I'm hearing the word immaturity. I'm hearing immaturity a lot. Okay. I'm hearing the word entitled, and I don't know why. Maybe that is an energy that you're tired of. On top of this, I have the Four of Wands in reverse. This is something that could have contributed to instability within your home in some way. And that goes right on top of that Moon card, which is like one of those underlying issues that haven't really been addressed over time, whether it's within yourself or whether it's within the four walls of your home. In any case, it feels like it was something... it's definitely got you questioning yourselves, definitely questioning motives, and ready to put an ending to something. Yeah, Five of Cups out with that. Yeah, feeling like you're experiencing a repeating pattern all the time. The Five of Cups can be, and I'm not a doctor, obviously, but the Five of Cups to me is like the definition of insanity in a way. It's like always doing the same thing and expecting a different result and being surprised when you don't get that result or those needs met. In this particular card and in this deck, it feels like she's getting down on her knees and asking God for an intervention because she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know what to do next. It's kind of an energy of addiction. It's this feeling of, I see that things are really off balance here. I see where I may have let myself go and maybe denied the truth of myself and who I really was. I maybe don't like what I'm seeing here. I want to put an ending to something. There are a lot of secrets, maybe underlying issues that are contributing to instability within my home life. I need some help here navigating that, is kind of what I'm hearing possibly. And I have the Nine of Wands here. That's that wounded warrior card. This is someone who's experienced these patterns before in their lives, whether this is you or someone around you. Again, this is someone who they bring a lot of baggage with them that I don't think they've really ever unpacked. These could be childhood issues that have lingered for decades and never been looked at. And I think that there's somebody in this situation that is starting to see that. They're starting to question either their own motives or the motives of the people around them. And they're starting to say, you know what? I think that maybe it's time we start looking at this and maybe putting some endings to these things that are creating this instability in our lives. We might need some help addressing these things. Maybe we need to seek help from a higher power or maybe from a counselor or something like that. That's kind of that energy. Let me get this family tarot for you guys. I'm going to shuffle it really quickly. This is a beautiful reading. It's very clear, and I love how clear you are with yourselves. I feel like this is someone who's very honest with themselves. They're very wise. I feel like you're someone who's been through a lot in your life, and I think that you're seeing where you have kind of let yourself down in some ways, and I don't mean that in a harsh way at all, but I think you're maybe starting to see where you haven't invested enough of yourself in yourself enough, because maybe you've been investing in other people too much, maybe giving away to too many other people, and you've let yourself go in some way. I have the Ten of Pentacles here. This is someone who wants to rebuild, and they want to create stability in their lives. They want to focus on their future. They want to grow old and happily. Yeah, they want stability and a positive future for themselves. Everything that they've invested in. Oh, wow, I've got the World card on top of that in the reverse. Okay, so we have a cycle here that keeps happening. And what was I saying before about how I feel like this is someone who has quite a bit of baggage, but they've never unpacked it, right? This World card in reverse, it feels, and it goes right on top of that Death card on its side. It feels like someone's life is about to be turned upside down. And it's because of some endings that they need to accomplish. And this happens. Sometimes it's kind of that energy of if you don't do it, it will be done for you in that sense. And it goes right on top of that moon, which is like really needing to address these underlying issues, whether it's within yourself or whether it's in an environment or a relationship in some way. And it feels like things are about to fall apart in a way. And it feels like it goes right on top of that 10 of Pentacles there too, where it's like everything that you've built for so long. I've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. This is like a kind of an immature energy similar to that Page of Wands in reverse. It's just like a little bit more grown up and able to cause a little bit more damage. It's an energy of sexual immaturity, possibly promiscuous behavior and or non-committal behavior. I don't know if this is within yourself or a person in your environment. In any case, that feels like the energy that's kind of throwing this situation off balance. That's where it feels like this drama comes from with that Seven of Wands, whether that's internal drama or whether that's external. It feels like with that moon in reverse that again we have people who aren't completely talking about things, and with that Wounded Warrior card, that Nine of Wands, it's stuff that hasn't been talked about for a long time. And we have people who are giving up the fight here with that Eight of Pentacles in reverse, somebody who doesn't want to do the hard work on it anymore. And there's an energy here of opening Pandora's box with that Star card, which is the card of Aquarius, but that isn't, it's like the good, the bad, and the ugly. All of it comes flying out at once to be addressed. And that's why we have the feeling of the world being thrown off balance with the World in reverse. And again, it's that feeling of if it isn't done, it will be done for you. It feels like things like a flood of emotion, a flood of speaking, of information, of secrets, or like, I think like the baggage is being unpacked now all of a sudden, and we're starting to address some of these issues that were causing problems or instabilities in our lives, our immediate environments, or even within our physical selves here. And with that Death card, we're putting endings to that, endings to whatever it is. And I feel like I can't wait to catch up with you guys next week and see how this unfolds even further, because I feel like this is a week of transition and change, and that is usually uncomfortable, but we'll see a clearing of that. Once we make a change in a situation, the energies start to dissipate for new energies to come in, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds. All right, I'll catch up with you guys next week, Virgo. Next up, we have Taurus. Let's see what we have for you guys. Let's use this Star Power Tarot for you. What do we have for Taurus? That is too many. Hold on. It was like 3 of them all stuck together. That's too many. All right. I'll take these 2. I got the Magician and the Knight of Swords. Both of them on their sides like this. This is someone who's not sure what they want to say. They're not sure what they want to do. This Knight of Swords is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. So this can be your energy or another person. You decide. But this is someone who wants to do something, but they're not sure how to do it. They're not sure how to achieve it with that Magician. They both come out on their side like that. It feels like you feel like you're in charge of making this either communication or this rapid change, and you're not sure how it's going to happen yet. You're not sure how to achieve it. You're not sure what it's going to look like either. Okay. It's kind of a nervous energy of feeling like maybe the pressure is on in a way. Excuse me. I got the Three of Wands. This is amazing. It's the Three of Wands is the minor arcana version of the Magician for me. So I have you definitely working towards manifesting something for your future and really, really pulling it in. And all of a sudden it feels like it's kind of here. And now you're not really sure what to do next. That's why maybe I'm feeling nervous for you. Okay. All of a sudden, I just got really excited and smiley for you. I don't know why. What is this? I got the Devil. Awesome. Devil's the card of Capricorn. It can be an energy of obsession. It doesn't always have to be negative. 9 times out of 10, it kind of is. But it doesn't always have to be. In this particular spread, it doesn't really feel so much of a negative vibe as something that you're... I don't know. Hold on. 9 of Wands in reverse. Okay, well, this is the I feel like you're very worried about something. You're nervous about something. You're afraid that something isn't going to go well. I feel like okay. I don't know who you are, but I'm getting like kind of a control freaky vibe. Your words, no judgment from me, but I'm feeling like you're very worried. You're feeling like you need to be in control of this. You need to be in the driver's seat of whatever this is that's coming towards you because you don't trust it. If this is another person that's coming towards you, you're not trusting them because you have this 9 of Wands in reverse, which is again that wounded warrior card. It's somebody who puts up walls around themselves for a good reason though, because they've been burned in the past. All right. Whenever we have it in the reverse, this is someone who wishes that they put up boundaries in a situation sooner, or it's somebody who's trying to let go of those so that they can move forward. Whenever it's under the Devil card, I'm inclined to believe it's somebody who kind of wishes that they had put up the boundaries sooner because there was some kind of pain inflicted that maybe you're still carrying around a little bit, and that might be why you're kind of having those control-less freakish vibes, you know, about this situation. But guess what? You've been manifesting something for your future, praying for something, wishing for something, hoping for something, and here it is coming around the corner. I don't know why you have a lack of trust in it. Let me grab this Deviant Moon Tarot for you guys and find out more. Tell me what this Knight of Swords is right here, because I don't know what this is even about. I don't know if we're talking about a love relationship or just like your entire life in general. I'm not sure. What is this Knight of Swords? Queen of Cups in reverse. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Whenever we have that in the reverse, this is someone who's had like kind of an emotional fallout over a situation. They had invested a lot, but they had their heart broken. Kind of, yeah. And it feels like they're now questioning their choices. This is someone who doesn't, this is someone, I hate to say this, but it almost feels like someone who's a little afraid of love. And this is someone who feels like they need to take action either towards someone or someone's going to take action towards you, like reach out to you and say, hi, how are you doing? Would you like to go out? And there's like a real fear around that, afraid that you're going to make a poor choice in some way. Okay. Two of Swords. Okay, that's somebody who's at a crossroads, trying to decide left, right, up, down, yes, no kind of energy. I'm not sure which way to go. I feel like I need a breather. I don't want to make a decision is kind of that energy. Right next to that, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Okay, so here's the deal. You're right. So I understand that you may have dealt with some of these things in the past. You may have had some, you know, like... you're going to have to kiss a few frogs, right? And let's be honest, like there are very few people that you're going to spend your entire life with. I mean, there's only going to be like one, right? Or two, maybe. I don't know. Maybe a few, who knows? Soulmates, they come in and out of our lives for a reason, and we always learn from those relationships. They're always full of a lot of deep meaning and a lot of deep growth for us, massive ascension for us, those relationships. And I feel like you've experienced them, and I feel like you've been burned by them, and I feel like you want... or someone is coming around the corner towards you, and I feel like you can sense that it's coming, whether they're here already or not, I don't know. And And I feel like you're kind of untrusting of it because of whatever this past baggage was. But this Page of Cups and this Ace of Pentacles is someone who really, they want to try hard. They really want to try hard to let you know that they have honest intentions towards you and that they want to provide stability in your life and they don't want to cause disruption in any way. Whoever this energy is that's coming towards you, I like them. Like they're a very peaceful energy to them and they're very solid. It feels really nice and it's really your energy that's kind of on the fence here, it would seem. Why we have this Devil. Yeah, okay, look. This one flipped over here before I even had a chance to finish shuffling. But this is the heartache, grief, and pain, that Ben and Jerry's card, right? That breakup, ouch, ouch, ouch card, right? This is something that you may have been through either with this person that's coming back around, again, Mercury retrograde, or whether this is a new person that you're just not trusting because of experiences you've had in the past. Okay, I'm going to put this deck down. And where's that family tarot? Very good. What are you going to do about this is my question, because it's coming towards you and I feel like you can sense it if you're not already experiencing it. And I think that what's keeping you from moving forward in this is your own fear. Yeah. And I understand past issues as well. Tower in reverse. So you're afraid that the same thing is going to happen. You're like, same shit, different day. Yeah, that's what I think you're afraid of. But guess what? You're a different person now because you've grown a lot. What was I saying about those soulmate relationships? You learn a lot from those. You've learned a lot from every relationship that you've experienced. And you're smart enough to know when to get out, when to leave, right? This Tower in reverse, it's definitely a fear of the same thing happening again. And I got the High Priestess in reverse is somebody who doesn't trust their own intuition. What? You're afraid that you are going to make a poor choice. I got the Page of Wands out here. Interesting. There is something new coming towards you. Okay, it feels like in love. And it feels like someone that you haven't met yet. That's really what I'm feeling with this. And it feels like this person is reaching out to you and you're very fearful about getting involved because you're just afraid of making a mistake again. I encourage you to not feel that way because this person is bringing this Ace of Pentacles, which again is my favorite card, and the Nine of Cups. What? Which is a lot. This is emotional wish fulfillment at the very three-dimensional level. This is someone who feels like they can add a lot to your life. They feel like they want to add a lot of stability and balance with that Temperance card. They want to try. They want to work on it. They want to do their best. Again, they're the ones that are bringing this Ace of Pentacles. They want you to see them as someone who's very, very stable. You're the one who is questioning yourself in some way. I encourage you not to. I feel like you're very wise. I feel like you're very smart. I feel like you're going to make better choices because, again, you're smarter than you were before. And I like that for you. All right, Taurus, that was your reading for this week. I can't wait to catch up with you next week. I really do want to see how all of this goes. All right, if you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can. All of that information is around here somewhere. And if you're watching this on YouTube tomorrow, that information is in the About section of this channel. All right, last for the night, we have Capricorns. Thank you guys so much for waiting to the end, Capricorn. We just ended your season. So I hope you guys had a very good birthday season. What do we have for Capricorns? Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is a total standstill. I don't know where to go now. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know which direction to go in next. I feel like I'm kind of stuck in the mud and I don't know where to go. Okay. Judgment up right underneath that. Well, there's going to be some clarity that comes in probably this week. This is kind of a big... if you've been stuck and not sure what to do about a situation, expect to see a lot of clarity and have some kind of awakening about it this week, for sure. It's like a light bulb moment is turned on. It's like it's an awakening. That's what this Judgment card is. There's a lot of light there. This lighting's very hot. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of light, and there's a lot of it's like a wake up call. Somebody's eyes are opened for the first time. There's a lot of psychic intuition that happens for you this week as well. Something surrounding that third eye, pineal gland activity, highly intuitive this week. Again, if you've been feeling stuck, expect some changes to happen soon. The Four of Pentacles right here. Okay, so specific to this deck, it's somebody who feels like they have an awful lot to offer, but they're being very careful about who they give it to. And I feel like that's very wise. I feel like you personally know that you have a lot to give to the world, to another person, and you're being very cautious about offering that. Because I feel like you have, there's something about you that feels more reserved than in the past. I'm hearing reserved. Ace of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. This is a message of truth. This is a message of understanding and clarity. That's exactly what we were talking about with that Judgment card, with that wake-up call. Somebody's eyes are finally wide open. That Ace of Swords is like divine intervention, divine understanding, clarity coming in for you. If you've been feeling unsure about something this week, expect to have some kind of clarity coming in. The Empress, oh, very, very good. That's the card of Virgo, but it's divine feminine. It's someone who is able to run an entire empire on their own. It's very beautiful. It's very nurturing. It's very wise. This is someone who has a family, or someone who you could be expecting, possibly. This is someone who... or you may be having clarity about this Empress, or someone may be having clarity about you. The Empress is very beautiful. She is seen to be very beautiful. Someone may see you this way this week, Capricorn, and someone may send you a message to tell you how much they appreciate you. I feel like you're very abundant as well. Abundant in the sense that you're able to create a lot for yourself. You've been stalled out over here with this Knight of Pentacles here in some kind of situation, and you've really been holding on tight to something. But there's some kind of clarity that comes in, and some kind of new growth, some kind of new beginning here. And there's like an investment for the future is what I'm hearing. And I think it's good that you've been reserved, that you've been more reserved recently, and you've been waiting. Maybe that Knight of Pentacles is less about being so stuck as more of an energy of just waiting for the right thing. Because the Knight of Pentacles, he is truly the smartest knight in all of the deck. He is someone who will elevate himself beyond his status, absolutely. And he actually becomes the Emperor. He's the only page. The Page of Pentacles is the only page in the entire deck that will work his way up from being a page to the Emperor. All of the others just stay as they are, but that is how driven he is, and that is how committed to detail and to education for himself. Like, he will educate himself and find a way to become who he wants to become. And I feel like you've kind of been waiting for what you've been working on to kind of take off here. You've been patient in a situation. You've been reserved. Now, this King of Swords in reverse that came out under this Empress, it's again Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, but in the reverse like this, it feels like you've been unclear as to where to go next. That was my initial feeling with that Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, okay, what do we do now? Expect to start seeing changes this week and understanding. There will be more understanding of what to do if you've been kind of stuck in the mud about a situation. This Four of Cups, you've got the Four of Cups and the Four of Pentacles as well. So fours are about focusing on your own physical stability and the stability in your home and the four walls of your home, that sort of thing, and within your own physical body. This Four of Cups here, though, is a focus on yourself for the first time, and focusing on that holy grail of your own love. Like, what was I saying here before? You've been quite reserved in giving much of yourself away as of recent past, and maybe that's for good reason. Kind of holding on to something, kind of letting something germinate for a while. I feel like you're about to become very abundant. There's going to be a lot of clarity and truth that comes in this week. This sweeps away any of, I don't know, illusionary debris in your mind in some way. I know that runs kind of deep, right? Let me clarify with this Tarot of Wonderland so I can kind of understand this a little bit more. Tell me what this, hold on, that just flipped over and I couldn't get it to go back in. This is the Eight of Wands. It's about clear-cut communication, fast-moving, rapid communication that's coming in for you this week. Maybe you've been waiting on somebody else to start communicating more efficiently, or maybe you've been waiting on some information to come in and you've had to hold on to something for a long time, had to sit on something, and you've been waiting for other people to get it together in this situation. Maybe that's what the delay has been. But in any case, we have a lot of communication coming towards you this week, Capricorn. Ooh, Ooh, and the Tower. This guy's been really popular this week too. Oh, the Tower is something that just kind of knocks your socks off. It doesn't always have to be a negative experience. It can just be something that's like a surprise. I wasn't expecting that. I did not see that coming. Yeah, that's kind of that energy of the Tower. And it feels like an energy of something that you've been holding on to for a while, and now it feels like you are freed up to let it go. And that comes from that Judgment card, and also from this communication that comes in. It feels like all of a sudden you have a lot of freedom. It was like some kind of tower that it doesn't have to be a massive thing in your life. It could be something very small that allows you to change direction and change course. And maybe that's why you were stuck for so long, is maybe it was a path that you were not meant to go down. And for some reason, like with this Tower, it frees you up to go in a different direction. Tell me more about this Ace of Swords. Whoop. Four of Cups again. What? Isn't that the second time? Yeah, that's the second time for that guy too. So what's interesting is in this deck, we have him focusing on that Ace of Cups with all of his heart and soul and all of his thoughts. He's really, really focusing on himself and what he wants for the future. And he's not paying attention to anybody else around him, which is not always a negative thing. And here in the Four of Cups, we have quite the opposite. We have him focusing on everyone else around him and not even seeing what's coming up behind him. And what was I saying about how when you are able to let go of whatever this was that was causing you to be quite stuck here and unable to move forward and like not really seeing which direction to go next, once you're able to let go of that with this Tower card, this clarity comes in with this Ace of Swords, and there's something that comes right along behind it with our little dolphin buddy bringing the Ace of Cups right back there. It's like coming around the mountain right behind you. And it could be someone that sees you as a partner for them in your life, in their life. Okay. Tell me about this Empress, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. What? You got the Ace of Swords, you got the Ace of Cups here crossing this. Now, this is a new love relationship. Boy, have we been talking about the Ace of Cups a lot in your reading. So we've got the Ace of Cups, I've got the Ace of Swords here. We have some brand new beginnings that are starting, but this is what's really the most important thing that I'm getting out of this whole thing, is that it's really a focus on yourself for the first time in a long time. Your energy is about to be freed up to do that, and I do feel like someone is coming forward to join you in some way, but really this is about you, and this is about letting go of something that was keeping you quite stuck and stagnant, and now you're able to focus on what brings you more happiness. This Four of Pentacles in reverse, it's time to start getting out there, and it's time to start letting go of some of these things that you've been holding on to for quite some time. Four of Pentacles, this is the twice you guys have had the Four of Pentacles out. Okay, you guys have quite a few repeat cards out here already. You guys have a really powerful and strong energy. I appreciate the patience that you have in your life. I think that you have a very beautiful energy about you. Very good. That's too many. Hold on. What is this? Empress. Okay. Okay, again, I've got the Judgment card out for you. That's twice out for the Judgment card. There is some kind of major wake-up call here, okay? There is some kind of major clarity that comes in for you this week, and it is beautiful. It glows like the sun. It's very healing. It's very freeing. Specifically freeing, and it allows you to no longer commit to something that wasn't working out for you. I've got the Hierophant in reverse. That's the card of Taurus, but in the reverse like this, it is an energy of being able to let go. You no longer have to commit to that anymore. You are now freed up to commit to something that is much more emotionally fulfilling for you, whether that's another person or whether it is just to yourself again for the first time in a long time. All right, anything else you want to say with this family tarot? Seven of Cups in reverse. Man, you're saying, man, I was really, really confused. I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do, and I was very confused there for a while is what I'm hearing. I was living under some illusions, possibly some delusions in some way with the Seven of Cups in reverse. That's kind of like that brain fog, like can't see the forest for the trees kind of energy. Okay. I got the Knight of Cups here. Wow. Okay, there is something that is coming right towards you. I've got the Knight of Cups is an offering of love. And here's the great thing about the Knight of Cups. It's the Knight's Pages are messengers and they bring messages, right? That's their job. Knights bring actual physical offerings. It's something tangible. It's someone tangible for you. You may not have had that in the past. I think it's coming towards you rapidly. I got the Queen of Wands in reverse here. Queen of Wands in reverse can be like a clingy, codependent kind of energy. And you don't have to commit to that anymore is what I'm hearing. It can be someone who, yeah, I'm hearing that is an energy that is no longer something that you have to focus on. It goes right underneath that Hierophant in reverse. I don't know if you had aligned yourself with something that it wasn't coming to fruition somehow with the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Hierophant. There was like a complete lack of commitment here, and you don't have to do that anymore. There's like a freedom. There's some kind of freedom that comes in. All right. Anything else you want to say? Four of Cups again. What? How many times did you guys end up having that out? 1, 2, was it 3 times? Yes. Wow. We've just used 3 decks. Good job. You have so many 4s on here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 5 4s on here. That's really about focusing on your own stability. That's really what that's about. And it's an awakening for you. You have a lot of awakening cards on here. You got the Judgment card out here twice, plus the Ace of Swords. Very nicely done. Focusing on yourself for the first time in a long time. And look at this one. This one's such a great representation where that in particular, that Ace of Cups is just being handed down to someone. Handed down to someone because they deserve it, because they have been, look, he has spent a lot of time on his own, and he has really been denying others presence in his life for a long time. And it's almost like the divine steps in to bring him something that is worthy of his attention and his time. I love this for you. Love it, love it, love it. I will catch up with you guys next week. Thank you all so much for being with me here tonight and letting me read your stories. I will catch up with you guys next week, and I will see you soon. All right, bye.